streaming. Aha! I think. So you can see. Can you see the screen at all? That's. Here, let's see if I can get this going live.
I see I see the. Oh yeah. It's like a preview. Oh.
Is that?
No, it's me.
Are you on? Are we doing it?
Yeah, but you're off the screen. Oh well, no, pop back off.
Now you're gone. Oh, wait, it should be back on. It should be back on by now.
Now I win.
All right. Do we have Robo?
Wait a second. Wait, no, you win because it's just your hand over to the side.
What?
You need to drag the screen over to the.
Gotcha. All right. Let me know when I got it, because I gotta. Oh, this is hilarious.
It's showing your OBS screen.
Yeah, which is what I wanted, because I wanted to go from there to here. So what do you see now?
I'm seeing the multiverse of madness.
Yeah, the multiverse.
Looking through all the portals.
This part I think we can have. Is this part live? Are they seeing this?
Yeah. I'm seeing this on the.
Oh, okay. I see how it's stream. Just Robo right there. All right, hold on, everybody. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it. The multiverse of madness. Here we go. Take two, everybody, huh? Second chances, anyone, huh? Please. Second chances. All right. How is this one looking?
That's seeing your OBS screen.
It should switch.
Oh, there it is. Still off to the side a little bit. Or, well, not a little bit. Here, lean to your left.
Now am I in the shot? Is that how...
Is it?
Can you guys see me now? Here, I gotta go like this.
There he is. See?
Is that it? Oh my god. I see what you're talking about. Oh god. All right. Here we go. All right. It should work if I go like this. This should be good. Oh jeez. Damn. All right, everybody. Here, I'm gonna ask Shirley to one.
Yeah. See, I don't know. They make OBS so complicated.
All right.
Or well, I've always found it complicated.
Yeah, I should have hit up Anthony's Customs. He was telling me last time I spoke to him. He was like, "Hey, if you ever need help with OBS, just let me know, man. I know that program really well." Yeah. And it's I thought I had it all figured out last night. I should have asked for help. Damn. So, all right, you guys. So Robo decided to put his sweater back on. Are we good now? Is it like actually where we want it to be?
No.
Oh.
We're still off to the side.
Shit. What the hell?
That's not how screen works.
Okay. So here, I'll do it like this. Here, I'm gonna.
This reminds me of helping a friend move a couch. No, turn.
Yeah.
No, turn the other way. Turn. Lean.
Yeah.
Lean.
Okay. I thought I had it down, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just try to creep into the side. Let's see if that works. Let's see.
And I get full screen.
You'll get full screen. Yeah. You'll get on there.
It's almost set up to like if you went into the mode that cuts off the sides. You know what I mean? And makes it full screen. I don't know if that does that on Zoom or.
Maybe if I.
Without pulling a back muscle.
Oh, you're saying without pulling a back muscle. Oh, you're saying changing the view.
I don't know if that's in Zoom or if that's in OBS.
Oh, to change like how the way the screens look.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. I see what you're talking about. Let's see if it goes this way a little bit more.
Because it's down too. Oh wait, am I? Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, how does that look? There's always like a lag whenever I make a change, so it's always kind of tricky to. Oh, I think I see one thing I'm doing wrong here. Is that any better? No. All right. Well.
Over. Robo has the left ground.
Yeah, I think. Does it have it yet? And then
no, it's about to kick in. You're clicking.
Are we back to like where?
It's kind of got a screen around it, but I can see you now.
Okay, okay. So all right, cool. So we're both in the screen.
Yeah. Small, which is okay.
All right, cool. Let's see. I think I can fix it to make it just a little bit better, a little bit bigger without as much border around it. I think I got that part. I think.
Oh no! You're messing with the controls again.
Okay, I think we're good. Are we good?
I don't know. Still waiting for it to kick through.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's affecting the screen. It is, but we're inside the screen.
Okay, excellent.
I can see you all the way now.
All right, here we go. Okay, I can see what we're looking at. I have my phone right here. So it's 3:27. This live stream was supposed to start 27 minutes ago. So I'd like... Hey, do we believe in second takes? Here we go. All right, everybody welcome Robo from the Fwoosh. All right, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, people, welcome back to another. No, I'm kidding.
That was perfect. Welcome.
I've never heard it acoustic. It took me a second, and I was like, "Oh wait, I know that. That's familiar." Oh.
I was thinking. This morning. I was like, "Hey, I want to play that song." I was like, I'm sure I could figure it out. So I thought I would need to like listen to it again, but I just went by ear, and I'm like, I think it's in this key. I'm not sure, so I just started here and then went and just it's just three notes.
Some of that free YouTube music.
Yeah. Unlike my own, which I get a copyright strike if I play the ShartimusPrime theme song.
So, if you have to pay royalties to yourself. Is that how that works?
Yeah, and the guy who came up with the hook, by the way. Little fun fact: I didn't come up with the hook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the actual ShartimusPrime. That wasn't. Mm-hmm. That I actually did not come up with that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's the singer from the band I play in.
Gotcha.
He came up with that. So, but yeah, then the rest of it, I made a little jingle song out of it and everything. So, yeah. But anyway, so, geez, man, thank you so much for dealing with all of that. Let's just get into Marvel Legends versus Star Wars Black Series. All right, so let's get into it.
Have you decided which side you're going to take?
All right. Very important thing here, and this is what I like about this, is that you and I have a similar collecting history when it comes to both of these. Now, I think you started collecting Spider-Man classics, right? Is that correct?
Right off the bat. Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as the classics came out, I was done with Star Wars.
Mm.
Plus, I don't know. That was about what 2002.
Yeah, 2002, 2003, but I think it was 2002.
Yeah.
For the Spider-Man movie. And
that's right. Yeah. So the phase that you were in when Powers of the Force came out, that was kind of like the phase I was in when Marvel Legends or around. I graduated in 99, and mm-hmm.
I started. So I was at that point in my life. I was probably like more distance from collecting than I had been in probably some other stages of my life. However, like Dragon Ball Z and Beast Wars were like the dopest thing that I'd seen. So I was like,
Beast Wars.
Oh yeah, I want them to redo the whole series with new animation. Like, keep all the sound effects and all the voice acting clips. Like, just keep everything that they have from that old show, and then just redo them with brand new animation, CGI, and everything. I don't know. That's just like a little. Then
I'd probably watch it. People saying the volume's down.
The volume is gone, or
just down low.
Oh, son of a bitch! All right, I suck.
No, but yeah, I've never watched Beast Wars. I've never been interested in Beast Wars, but now that the new figures are out.
Oh, you never got into Beast Wars? Oh, okay. Yeah, dude. It's really, I think, hopefully the volume's better. I just turned it up a bit. I can see here.
It says better. that better?
Okay, cool. All right, so Beast Wars, I think, is the best written Transformers series ever. I love Beast Wars, but it's hard to get. It's hard to recommend to people because the animation is so outdated and it looks so silly. And even back in the day, I was trying to tell my best friend to watch Beast Wars. You gotta watch it, and then he was like, "Dude, I saw a gorilla riding a rhino." And the worst animation that I think I've seen. So like, what the hell?
Well,
dude?
that was kind of early CGI, wasn't it? Or computer animation.
Yeah. So it was all super early stuff. So it was like just the technology just wasn't there yet. It was it looked pretty bad. So I can't. So it's hard for me to just like tell you, oh, dude, yeah, you should really check it out because it's gonna be such an eyesore. You're gonna have a hard time watching any of it because it's gonna look like ass to you. It's gonna look like a cheap local community college arts program thing. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look like it's not gonna look like dope at all. So
I'll just go back and watch G1 again.
You can watch G1. the stories, the story.
I know, and that's what I've heard. A lot of good stories. The voice acting, just hard to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to watch, and I think it just needs to visually be redone. And because there's a lot of humor in it and stuff, I think that can still hold up.
That was mid-90s, right?
God, yeah, I feel like I think that show started like 96 or something, 97, something like that, around that time. I want to say late 90s, mid to late 90s. But yeah, I love that show. So, but yeah, so Robo. So you got onto Spider-Man Classics right off the bat. I did not. I actually came in Series 3. Series 3 is when I jumped on board. I wasn't really collecting at that time, so when I'd seen that Wolverine figure on the shelf, that was like the first time. But
dang. So you got in whenever Walmart got in.
Well, is that I don't have any Walmarts close by, so I have no clue when Walmart started.
Walmart skipped the first couple of series, and then Walmart jumped in with 3, and then with the variants from 1 and 2, the Stealth Iron Man, that kind of kind of catching up.
Oh, okay.
So, then away it went.
Those went fast. But those earlier waves, so even though the first one I saw on the shelf was a Series 3 Iron Man, Series 3 Wolverine, there were still Series 1 and plenty of Series 2 figures on the shelf. Yeah. But it was that Wolverine that I was like, oh my God, McFarlane's doing Marvel figures. Sick. Because he had that pre-pose thing and all that. And to me, I was like, oh, that's a McFarlane Toys figure right off the bat. And the clamshell and everything. I thought it was McFarlane. But now it's like, God, I feel like that toy line has changed everything. And because of the success of Marvel Legends, we have Black Series now. So.
Yeah. And Marvel Legends made 6-inch more. I was gonna say acceptable, but it's made it the standard for American toy lines in the toy aisle. Right. Whereas before it was 3 3/4 inch for years. Well, I guess the Toy Biz stuff was what, 5.
Right. Yeah, that was all 5, and that lasted for a long time.
Yeah.
But I think the success of the Marvel Legends line kind of finally turned heads, because it got to a point where I was like, why doesn't every action figure line just do this?
Yeah.
Like, just everybody should just do this. And the year before they announced Black Series, I was telling the dude that was I can't remember his name, but he's not there anymore with the Hasbro Black Series team. But I was telling him, like, dude, like, look at this. I was like pointing to the Marvel Legends section. I was like, look at all that. Look how well it's doing. Why don't you guys make a 6-inch figure? He's like, yeah, that's definitely a thing we've talked about. And then looking back right now, he couldn't say it, but like that was what was coming next year. Little did I know. I was like, oh. When I think back on it, then I'm like, oh, they must have like just gotten their first prototypes in or something. You know what I mean?
It was in the works at that time. Just like the whole 6-inch G.I. Joe thing has probably been years in the making.
Yeah, that's another one. Hey, are you caught up with all your Joes, by the way? Like, do you have everything?
Yes.
You got
yes, it hasn't been easy.
You got everything you need. You don't need any of these guys, do you?
What? No. Yeah.
You don't need any of these.
I'm to the army building point of those guys. Is that the regular release or is that the Target?
This, oh crap! I picked up one at Walgreens, and then the rest I got through BBTS. So,
okay, so those are the new ones with the new photo reel and the less weapons and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, well, infantry, they changed the
infantry. That's right. Yeah, that's the mainline release.
So the
Trooper was the Target version.
Oh, okay, the Cobra Trooper. Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. Because they do have the different numbers. Okay, yeah, the infantry is basically the same thing, just less stuff going on. But
yeah,
I'm trying.
I haven't got the infantry stuff yet.
Oh, okay. I'll get you this one, man. You can have this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. I ordered extra and well, I'd gotten my order and then I found one at the store and I got so excited that I had to pick up on it. So yeah.
Because I found Zartan at a Walgreens, but
whoa, and
I thought, the infantry has to be somewhere, so I hit every Walgreens in town and there was nothing anywhere.
Oh damn! Oh man!
So
yeah, so this has probably been your worst live. I mean, you've made a lot of live stream appearances, so and I think this has probably got to be one of the sloppiest experiences you may have had. So you totally deserve a gift, a free figure. Okay, so give it up for Robo.
I mean, the live stream itself. This is live and it's streaming, so I mean, that's most of the battle, right?
Yeah, it's but I've been a YouTuber for how many years? But it has been quite some time since I've actually done a live stream with having a guest on, and there's a whole lot of other technical stuff. We'll talk afterwards about finding a better software program and everything. Oh, definitely, because and then actually seeing each other. It's been 1 year, hasn't it? Yeah, almost exactly. Yeah, it's been a whole year. You know what trips me out? I was just thinking about it earlier. Is like we really haven't known each other that long. But 2019, we got to hang out quite a bit, at least compared to most people I get to hang out with, because I got to see you at the Fan X in Utah. That's right. Yeah, and that's where the picture came from. Yeah, that's where that promo picture was from. And then I think there was, maybe a little bit at Comic-Con, if anything. Comic-Con's always crazy, though. Yeah, Comic-Con is nuts. Yeah. People are just in and out, like you just see each other. I mean, I was walking with my wife somewhere and I just got excited. I saw a cosplayer and I just yelled out the cosplayer's name. I'm like, oh my god! My wife's looking at me like, what are you like? Where, like you're telling me like I care? Like I was like, oh, I'm just sorry. I just saw. Plastiadicto says, tell you that this is not listed as public. Are you kidding me? It's not listed as okay. That's just on the YouTube side, though, isn't it? It says unlisted. Oh my god! All right, thank you. That's why. Bad Force Grump, Tuesday Crew. All right. Yeah. Let me see here. Maybe public would help. Wow. Okay. All right. Now it's public. I've never actually live streamed on YouTube, so I don't know all these controls things. Okay. Now it should be public. All right. It's. All right. Wow, sloppiest live stream ever. Really. Like you said, you haven't done this in a bit. When was the last time? Oh, well, last year during Comic-Con, huh? Or what would have been Comic-Con. Dude, not even then. I just used my phone. I just called you guys. That's right. That's right. But you were live streaming. I was live streaming. I totally was live streaming, but like I also went the super lazy route and just like just call people and put the phone right there next to the speaker. All right, take 3. Here we go. Now that the video is public, we got Robo from the Fwoosh here. Royalty-free music. You gonna cut me off, Robo? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, I don't think it's into it. And when I first started using that music, I got a lot of comments of that is annoying, that is loud, I hurt my ears. And then
after a year or so, you just got to keep hammering.
I
leave it, and they stop commenting on it.
Force it until they love it.
Yeah.
Give that.
And now, if I change it now, it'll be like, what happened to the?
Yeah. That's
the music.
That's exactly how it goes. That's the trippy thing about YouTube is trying out all those different ideas. But yeah, dude, you've really been doing a lot of great stuff. I've been seeing you make all kinds of great changes to your channel and adding things here and there, adding sketches at the beginning and changing up I think you went from Peely to Burger Boss,
Beef Boss has been
Beef Boss,
fun as hell.
I was one of the 3 other people in the room that witnessed Robo lay eyes on that thing for the very first time. And I remember I literally saw him because they had 2 figures that they're gonna give away. There was the Sentinel chicken thing and then the Beef Boss. And I remember thinking like, oh my god, I hella hope Robo does not want that chicken thing, because I want that robot chicken so bad. So I look over to you
because I was looking down at him and I was going, oh man, he better not pick Beef Boss.
Yeah, and I think they asked me first or something, and I was kind of looking at you just to see what you're eyeballing. You're like, oh, I want that Beef Boss. Like you had that. I want that figure.
And then remember, we walked out of the booth, and then he came back out and took it back away from me.
Yeah, I felt so bad.
I was like, oh no. And then I thought, why does Shartimus get to keep his?
Yeah, I don't know why
they...
And I didn't even pretend I didn't have it or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
you
just
had it out too.
I was just holding it, like hoping that they wouldn't ask me to give it back, but expecting them to be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna need that too." And I figured I'd just have to give it right back. But I was like, "Oh shoot!" I'm like, how do we?
Oh, and I made sure to come back by that booth several times.
Oh yeah, come back.
Am I still getting that?
Really? Oh, and that's got to be. See, that's the other thing that kind of sucks is that it's very nice of them to give samples and stuff, but you always feel weird asking for it.
Yeah, because they gave it to us, happy, took it back, and then I had to go back and kind of, hey.
And it's
Can
like
I
they
have my
gave
Beef Boss back?
Yeah, and they gave it to you in the first place. It's not like you had asked them for it, then they gave it to you, and then they had to take it back. No, it's like they offered it to you, and then you had to go grovel back for it 2 times.
Yeah. But they had that meet and greet. Was it the next day or sometime? I don't remember when I actually got it back. I was just happy.
And that's the same one that you use in the videos?
Yeah. I've bought a couple more since then.
Oh, wow.
Because I had to tear one apart for just the head and pieces and parts.
Oh, okay.
Because I had to put it on a Star Wars Bosk body. I had to make my Beef Bosk.
Oh, okay. I missed out on seeing that. I've seen some of the other, kit bashes, character kit bashes from the channel, but I missed that one.
Yeah, I think that was a play area or something. I sneak stuff in the middle of stuff, but like you said, changing stuff up. I most of it, I just get bored. It's like, oh, what if I do this, or what if I do this, and I don't know.
No,
it's
that's
fun.
No, that's exactly what I mean. I've tried doing this thing with the green screen. I think I'm gonna cancel it because. Yeah, I think I'm done trying to do that green screen thing. Just because maybe I'll do it at the end of the videos. It's just like personally, I don't like how the volume changes so drastically. And I was just like, and I was shopping for a lapel mic, and I was like, oh god, but even then, it's gonna sound weird. Also, it's just way harder. It's just way harder because my daughter sleeps in the room right next to me, right here. I shoot that thing in here, and I don't know. I'm thinking of playing around with it, but. My point of bringing that up is that it's only because I've gotten bored with my own shit. You know what I mean?
And there's nothing wrong with changing it up, trying new things.
Yeah. So I may do the green screen just at the very end, maybe. Like
closing thoughts and that kind of thing.
Yeah. That way, and also not as many people as you if you ever check your analytics. Most of the time there's a drop-off point later in the video, halfway to the somewhere in 3/4, like people stop watching, so the volume change won't bother me so much if it's at the end, and I think it'll just make sense to have it for a final thoughts thing at the end. I don't know. What do you guys think about that in the comment section below? What do you guys think?
Well, with mine, I have another camera on me in the booth.
Yeah, so you're
and I only use that at the first and the last, mostly because at the first I wanted to talk about why I got it, but it was only the package sitting on camera, so it would just sit there while I was talking. So I wanted something a little bit more dynamic while I'm just rambling on about the figure. So
gotcha.
And then at the end, so I wouldn't have to take as many pictures.
Okay, I thought, but you still pop in and out though throughout the review, don't you?
No. I don't pop in the middle.
No, not at all. Oh, shoot. For some reason,
I think I may have tried that a couple times, but once it gets to the figure itself, I just want the figure.
Yeah.
It's just
okay.
It's just, but I've gotten to the point where I don't want to show my hands either because I keep tearing them up.
Oh.
On windshield wiper stuff and.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. Okay. See, I saw your Vampirella review and I saw, and I saw you using like the little needle thing. I'm like, is he kind of scared to touch the boobie? Like, does he not want to touch the boobie?
Well, not just that. I've been using that quite a bit too because I put my finger and I'm zoomed in that close. It's mostly finger,
right
into the screen.
Yeah.
You know, I got a strike on that video.
Oh no, inappropriate.
YouTube hit me up and said we took away your featured image because of nudity.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to change my. That's why she's behind a tombstone. I had to cover her up, have her head. Because I couldn't have the body sticking out.
Oh wow, it was too revealing. I have that figure. I've been meaning to review it for a while. I like it. And
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot actually. But it's just kind of funny because like. I noticed that you were using that little tool, and my thought was that you're like trying to, because it's a silicone body, and you didn't want to mess it up, and you didn't want to get oils on it, and
yeah, that's true too.
And or you also didn't want to inappropriately, fondle like the almost naked woman on the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was always that fear of.
Yeah, and I opened up the plastic on mine and just took off the foam and just looked at it for a minute. And I was like, wow. I'm like, I'm going to go wash my hands before I take this off. But I handed it to my wife for her to look at it. She's like, whoa, look, you can feel the boobs. And she just starts poking right at the damn thing right away. She's like, look, I can feel her boobs. And I'm like, I didn't even touch it yet. And she like, one of the straps is kind of like misaligned. And I'm like, ah.
Because that thing, you could start moving around and all the clothes try to go everywhere. And I had to edit it. Well, it would fall off in the middle of articulation. I was like, well, dang.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's so tricky. Yeah, that's a tough one. I want to take a look at some of the... I hope we have people in the chat now that there's... okay, cool. It looks like it's like the same number of people as it was earlier. Dude, we had like 5 people. We had over 500 people in here.
Before restarting?
Before restarting, so that's like that's what I was afraid of with the restart. So right, like 138 right now.
That's cool.
But so I wanted to talk about some of our favorite Marvel Legends and least favorite Marvel Legends. And then, Robo, are you guys going to get the newly announced Mezco? Actually, you know what? Hold on. Before I move on to that, let me just make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Jared Steele says, love the channels. Fellas, keep up the great work. Thank you, Jared. And then, are you guys live yet? I can't tell. Robo. Okay, so that was from earlier. Hopefully everybody's seeing everything okay. I'm hoping so. All right.
Do. Now you got my own theme song stuck in my head from Omega.
Yeah, you got to come up with words. You know what I mean?
I hear it. Oh, don't tempt me.
Robo is here. The Fwoosh. He's down. You're gonna have lyrics. Hey, you can hold a note, by the way. I've heard you do some singing on your channel.
Only when I'm joking.
Yeah.
When I try to seriously do something like that, it's like,
yeah. But hey, holding a note, man.
We're in front of people.
Yeah. In front of. Oh God, could you imagine being a singer?
Oh no, right up front and everything. No.
Yeah, I hide behind my. I mean, with a beer or two. I don't think you drink, but with a couple of beers, I've performed playing guitar in front of people before, but it's like you're just like there, you know.
Yeah, you're right there.
Drum kit, you have an arsenal of, you know, round big drums and cymbals everywhere to protect you, and yeah, that is just boom, you're out there. But let's talk about some of your favorite. Just, you know, we don't have to go through a thorough list, but I figured we'll start with Marvel Legends, talking about some of your favorite Marvel Legends and some of what you think are some of your favorites, and then we could talk about some of your least favorites, and, you know, you don't have to show them off, you know, just off the top of your head, you know.
Because this is not my room.
Yeah. You're not in your,
I don't have
you're not in your cave.
I actually wrote them down a little bit, and it's so hard to pick.
Right, and it doesn't have, you know, it's just, this is
Favorites.
not Robo's final, you know, list. This is just something I thought of really, really quick, and I was like, hey, let's think of our 5 favorite Marvel Legends, 5 least favorite Marvel Legends, 5 favorite Black Series, least 5 favorite Black Series, just to kind of get this this battle royale.
Well, the battle thing, you know, we started out. You said we could fight about Star Wars versus Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series versus Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
And then I asked you which side you would pick, and you said, I don't know. You asked me back, and I said Star Wars, straight, just right out. And then you never answered which side you were going to fight
I thought I did. I thought I said Marvel Legends, no?
You may have said Marvel Legends, but then you were like, well, I really like Star Wars Black Series, too.
It took like a day, I think. And that was like a day later or something, too.
Yeah.
On top of it. So
yeah, you had to think about it.
I just like wandered off. I just like looked at my phone, and I was like, I'm going to have to take a walk and think this through.
He took my beef, boss.
Right. Yeah, like I've been secretly holding on to a grudge against you because I really wanted. I actually did pick that up. I've had that figure for like a month or so, and I have not opened it.
Yeah. Well, I've got a stack of Fortnite stuff that I haven't opened yet, just because you never know when they're coming out, and when they do, it's always in the middle of like a Marvel Legends drop or something like that.
So you have a stack of Fortnite figures you haven't opened yet?
Yeah, about 18.
Whoa!
19?
I think I have like 6 or 7 I haven't opened yet.
I've opened a few,
6 or 7.
but then I stopped for a bit. It's because there's not waves. Mm-hmm. There's not. It's just 1 here, 2 there.
Yeah.
Over. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with.
And when it happens, and when they show up, it's like I get this anxiety that like you really have to get it, because I saw in your weekly today you was it the Midas one? You missed out on that. I didn't get it either or anything, but like when I saw the picture before you even said anything about it, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get that. And then you're like, and I missed out on the pre-order. I'm like, I'm never gonna get it. If Robo didn't catch it, I'm never gonna get it.
Midas and Kit both were up and gone. Damn. But I'm hoping they pop back in, or Target finally hits at some point.
And later on too, they usually do, right? Like they seem to trickle in later on. I think the Brat, I picked that one up at Target. I think I saw it on the shelf at Target. Mm-hmm. And that was one I didn't think I was going to see, so I was pretty stoked about that. But
and Meowscles. Yeah, I finally found that at Target, the big buff cat.
Oh, yeah, Meowscles. Yeah, I have not seen that at all. But if I see that one, I'm going to swoop up on it. I just love Dave Cortez's work, and I love those figures. If you guys didn't know, that's Dave Cortez. That's the guy who's, like, he's one of the top 2 or 3 Marvel Legends Toy Biz sculptors. Like, I mean, they've gone on, him and Phil Ramirez, like, have gone off and done all kinds of other crazy stuff, but like that's what Dave Cortez has been doing lately, is the Fortnite stuff, which is I think amazing. You can tell by the crispy the hands, that's like a very Toy Biz Marvel Legends kind of thing.
My only complaint really is them trying to hold the weapons. Right,
yeah. I think they've been including interchangeable hands lately, though, haven't they? Haven't they done that?
No, I've seen people popping Marvel Legends hands on them. To make them solid.
Why did I think I saw I thought I saw somewhere they had some interchangeable hands thrown in there, and I was thinking like, oh, okay, dope. They're including that with the articulated hands, but you have a whole stack right there. It looks like none of them.
I just got that soccer dude that I talked about today, and
no,
he's got the
just wishful thinking, or I may have seen somebody swap it with Legends hands.
Yeah, I think Preternia has been going through all his and swapping out hands.
Okay, that's because I've always liked the articulation, but I've grown into liking the swappable hands more so. So that's
and then Mike, the product manager for that line, doesn't hide the fact. Yeah, we wanted them kind of like the original Toy Biz Marvel Legends.
God, I love that so much. That's so great. That's so dope. I remember when we got to go into that booth, I was kind of worried that because your friend's named Paul, right?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy. But I was in there with Robo and Paul, so I was kind of that's just the way they scheduled the tour. And then like while we were in there, I was like I think I leaned over to Mike. I was like, you know, like I'm not one of the Fwoosh guys, right? Like I'm not. He's like, oh no, I know who you are, Shartimus. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, sorry, I just didn't want you to think that I was like somebody that wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, because Mike was on top of that. The year that they showed the bunny suit one, their very first figure when they first did the articulated 6-inch stuff, I got in there and was wandering around, and I went to take pictures, and I asked, and he turned around and he was like, "Oh, Fwoosh." I was like, "Oh,
great."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I do something wrong? What'd I do?
Like, whoa, you got me. You know who I am. Okay. That's awesome.
Had a 50 MX. Was that pesos? Did we decide?
Oh, and it's public. All right. We got a whole bunch
pieces of plastic. Says regards from Mexico to two of my favorite toy reviewers.
Hey, saludos. Thank you so much. Little pieces of plastic. Muchas
appreciate
gracias. That. All right. I love going to Mexico City for the unboxing con. I highly recommend it. If you get an invite and you're able to do it, I highly recommend you do it, man.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, I speak some Spanish, so it's like a little bit different, like if you're not speaking Spanish. But everybody that I went with that doesn't speak Spanish had a great time. So
That's cool.
They have the place, like you'll have your own translator, and my translator, like it's dope. I get to thank you, Alex, that like gets to hear me speak bad Spanish all the time. So that's
that's a pretty big con, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's actually the smaller of their two big conventions they have.
They have two?
They have like what's called La Mole, which is like that's like the Comic-Con, and I think that happens earlier in the year. And then the La Mole Unboxing Con is like in August. So, yeah,
gotcha.
August, and that one's like a little bit smaller, but like they're both. But that one's still pretty big, you know. Not as it's kind of like the last one I went to. I would say it was kind of like around. God, that Fan X was huge. I want to say.
Yeah. That show's bigger than people think.
Yeah, I would say it was like half the size of that Fan X, but like that Fan X was like ridiculously large. Like that was like two.
And that was smaller than previous years.
God. Yeah. People were telling me like, dude, this is the small one. You got to come like earlier in the year. That's a big one. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, and I didn't know this until going to that convention, that you're like at like tons of conventions throughout the year pre-COVID.
Yeah, just never, not doing any kind of. Well, most of those shows don't have any kind of toy presence, at least from companies. They're just Comic-Cons. Buying old toys, or going to booths buying new toys. But yeah, I work with. Well, I have a buddy that runs a booth. He goes Comic-Con, and I help him out.
Right.
Running around, help him stock and keep up with customers and that kind of thing.
Wait, what was it?
But it gets me to Comic-Cons so I can wander around.
Right. So you get to kind of work your way into
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
doing the conventions, which is dope.
Like Celebration, Star Wars Celebration. I got to go take pictures and stuff while helping him out.
Oh, that's so
So
awesome.
I wouldn't have gotten to go otherwise. But yeah, Celebration's awesome.
Oh God, I love it so much. I've only been to one. Wait, by the way, your friend, I want to give him the public shout out for taking that infamous photo of the two of us choking each other.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to thank him.
Just Thunder.
Yeah, Just Thunder. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. That picture came out perfect. Just Plain Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. He said, I've always wondered how many questions you guys get as reviewers from people who think you actually have something to do with production of the toys. I've always wondered how many questions you guys get. For me, it's not so much in person, but it's more like private messages. People say like, "Hey, ask Hasbro for a new Stealth Iron Man." Like I'm supposed to like just like, "Oh, will do. I'm gonna send a text message and all right, it'll be here next year."
Hasbro,
yeah,
Mr. Hasbro,
yeah,
make
Mr.
this.
Hasbro.
We're gonna be doing this
Marvel
next week.
Legends, and then I just type in Tony Stark stealth suit Iron Man, and then boom, they just make it
done.
Yeah, just
Product
like that
pops up.
It works like that with you too, right? Like you do the same
Star
thing?
Star Wars mostly. I talk to those guys on.
Okay, all right.
Basis.
Yeah. One day I'll get that number, but you know.
Yeah. No, it doesn't work like that.
One day, I hope. But yeah, it's the shoot. So we're kind of like bouncing all over the place, but
that's my favorite kind of live streams.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just going all over. Dude, there's just so much stuff, but the we're getting at the Marvel Legends. Like let's get on with the good Marvel Legends and what you would say or what you think are some of your favorite Marvel Legends. So I want you to say one, and then I'll
Okay.
talk about one, and we'll go back and forth like that for a little bit.
Man, it's like picking children, though. You know what I mean? Who's your favorite child? Oh, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But I'll start out with Punk Storm. Yeah.
Great.
Because
pick.
that's one of those that I thought, oh, well, they'd make first appearance. They'd make Jim Lee. They did the modern one a while back. Punk Storm's way down their list. But then, boom.
Yeah. That's
Did she come out before? No, yeah.
She came out before the vintage collection versions, for sure. Like the 90s. She came out before the 90s style ones. I was surprised they did that one. I can't remember which wave it was off the top of my head, but I love that figure. That's one where I pick it up. Wait, I could be wrong about the order of where that came out, but regardless, dope ass figure, really cool choice.
Yeah,
every time I pick that one up, I'm like, man, this figure looks like I need to get a display set up, to include her. But I don't have. My Storm keeps getting swapped, so now I'm at the classic Storm at the moment.
Oh, so one Storm on the shelf. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that
the Target one.
Yeah. The Thunderbird Target 2-pack one. So it was before. It was I think I had the black vintage collection. Before that was the white vintage collection, and then now I've gone to the most recent one. Speaking of X-Men, for me, a figure that I can't stop thinking about that I just love is the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave. Oh wait. The Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave Wolverine. The Tiger Stripe. The Tiger Stripe before the Love Triangle 3-pack.
There's a lot of choices when it comes to Wolverine. Why you pick that one?
That one, I like the darker tone of yellow in it. There's something about the really, really bright yellow from the 3-pack that kind of it doesn't look bad or anything. I have that one up over there, so people right next to Luke Cage, you can see Wolverine's thigh right in front of Luke Cage over there. So that so I prefer the little bit darker yellow that you could see on Luke Cage rather than the much brighter yellow that you could see on Wolverine. So that's why I choose that one over. But like if I had to pick one, I would probably still go with that. That's a tough one because you get more parts to swap with and everything.
Yeah.
It's like probably the cooler figure, but I still like the darker orange or yellow a little bit.
Plus the darker stuff fits in with the rest of the figures better, I guess.
I think
Isn't
so.
Cyclops kind of darker?
Yes, yeah, and he's right next to Cyclops over there on that shelf. So I feel like they kind of blend in together a little bit more.
Yeah, those happen to be. I have some carded figures hanging like extras.
Oh, cool.
Or well, I don't. I built Apocalypse, but Wolverine was 2 per case, right?
Ooh,
Maybe, I don't know.
no,
Somehow I ended up with
I
an extra
think-
Wolverine,
Okay, I thought
so
it
he's
was,
hanging there.
It wasn't Multiple Man. They didn't make Multiple Man 2 per case.
Oh, was that Apocalypse Wave? Man,
Yeah, I think Multiple
yes,
Man was
you're-
the. I think Multiple Man was the Apocalypse wave.
maybe.
I don't expect you to remember
Wolverine only
which.
came with the cables.
Yeah, I don't expect you to come to know which every single Build-A-Figure piece with every single figure key.
Yeah,
Because some
I
people
I
do.
only know that because it's right there.
Yeah, yeah. All right, why don't you,
Okay.
why don't you throw another goodie?
Movie Deadpool.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah.
That's just
what
one
a-
of those had to wait forever for, and then when they finally did it, they nailed it.
Yeah, yeah. That aside from like the ankles looking kind of big with the discs on there,
Mhm.
and the bullshit with the removable guns.
Oh yeah.
That's an outstanding figure. That's a really good.
Or me
piece.
going through the whole review with the neck piece backwards,
Oh, is that
and
what
then
you
getting
did?
called on it.
Oh wow! I may not have caught your review on that, but damn,
I-
that sucks.
I had it rotated around, and I thought, man, that looks weird. And I think I may even said it out loud, and people were like, "That's because you have it on backwards, dumbass." And I
Oh
was like,
god, you're so.
I do. Dang
Oh,
it.
Damn, and you know what? You're really good about that kind of shit too. Like you.
Oh yeah, checking it over before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're really good with that stuff because I got loads of comments on my 80 years Iron Man about what a moron I was because I didn't watch the Fwoosh review first about turning the calf around, turning the ankle around, and all that. I was like, oh, all right. It's like, damn, dude, sorry. Like I didn't pick up on that.
And when you have it in front of you, there's the excitement of, oh, new toy. What? And yeah, sometimes I catch that stuff, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you catch that stuff, sometimes you don't.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
And we try to. That's like that's the sad part is that like that really is like a big part of the gig is
Mhm.
catching details and stuff like that. So like there's nothing worse than having that feeling. I feel like I've failed a bit. Like I'm like, I wish I'd picked up on that. That's such a useful tip, you know what I mean? If it was something that didn't matter, I wouldn't care, but
Yeah.
something that actually helps people with the figure and everything, if I miss something like that, it kills me. And I'm like, that video's up forever.
It almost makes me want to go back and shoot again. That's why when
Oh,
everybody
God.
had to rush off to other places there for a little bit, Vimeo, there's an option on Vimeo to replace the video,
Oh,
but
that's
keep the
cool.
views and all that.
I had no idea. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
that's...
thought, why doesn't YouTube have this? Probably because it's checked, and they don't want people to substitute with a different kind of thing afterwards. But
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Like
yeah,
your-
different subject.
Right. Or like your Vampirella, right? You could do like a PG version, then switch it out for the one that
Yeah,
Shartimus
yeah.
Prime asked you to do. And then...
So I can see why. And plus, they have a few videos to go through.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say something else about that, and I forgot off the top of my head. Damn, there's just so much. But my one figure that has stood out to me so much is the Wolverine Amazon exclusive figure from the Fox Films line. I
Is
love
that white
that figure.
T-shirt?
White T-shirt version, yeah. I love that figure. I actually, which reminds me of what I wanted to ask you a second ago. Sorry for
Jumping back.
I apologize to you and your team for fucking up the hood on my articulated icons figure. I'm so sorry.
I had forgotten about that.
I'm so
and I saw your video.
I feel
because
so
I saw
dumb.
it go up, and I thought, and I was watching through, and I was like, and you're not alone in that. You are not even close to being alone.
Okay, because I saw somebody
come
else.
on.
I saw somebody else post it with like that, and I'm like, is this person trolling me? Because they tagged me in it, but like, it was like a whole mess of different red ninjas, and I could see the little face like peeping through on the on the
Kitty
articulated
style.
icon. Yeah, I was like, oh no, I think that may have been an accident too. So I'm not the only one.
No, and it's a common mistake because you think, oh, it's hood, it goes right on.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go the other way unless you pop the head.
Gotcha. God, yeah. And what's really sad is I almost made that mistake before on a different figure, where I was like, oh, that can't be the right way. Like it, like
Right.
like I was like, no, it's got to be a different. But okay, here's what it is. This is why. I mean, aside from me being a dumbass, but so I taking responsibility first, okay. But this part right here makes it feel like it should be a face because it has like the angle.
And plus, it comes down a little bit. It's got a kind of a brim.
You have that little arrow, or it's not an arrow, but it's like that little divot in the middle. Tells me that that's supposed to hang forward. You know,
Moon Knight style.
Moon Knight style, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not the case. But yeah, dude, very impressive stuff though. So I haven't really made an official announcement myself or anything, but I'm trying to start my own action figure line, and I'm just getting started. So there's like nothing to show or really talk about. But I already have a ton more respect for people that make figures because I'm just learning so much about it. And I wanted to ask, like, what was your role in this, and if you don't mind talking about it, I don't know if you know, like how was your experience in it, and what kind of you know, like, how did I put it on wrong again?
See, that looks great, right? No, it doesn't look right. It's like you said.
Perfect.
That looks weird.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's exactly how he's supposed to. Oh god. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing some of your experience and like what role you had to play in with this and everything, because
well, on the production side and all the prototyping and all that, it was left up to, you know, the sculptors and that kind of thing. It was kind of a group effort. Right. But when it came mostly to me, I received the Kickstarter stuff locally, and then had to ship out to all the backers and orders and all that kind of stuff, because during you're probably experiencing this right now, of how much back and forth goes into, well, here's the design, no, let's do this, change that, what's that going to do, range,
I love
colors, everything, every little thing.
It geeks me the hell out, dude. Like I make a note and somebody actually does the shit I asked. Like to me, it's like, because I've been working with the sculptor, and it's like, and I ask for this and this, and then come back and I see this and this, and I'm like, holy shit, that's what I asked for. And that's what I asked for, even better than what I thought it would look like. Holy crap! Like to me, it's just like, yeah, I geek out so hard off of that. But
right, but no, doing the fulfillment,
that was
a nightmare.
Oh god,
because of shipping out and post office and rates and customs and wrong orders. So it's just
So that was like your big task. That was mostly up to you. It was like, okay, who's got the biggest garage? Robo went, yeah, I do. Arkansas, big garage, right?
I know somebody with a warehouse. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're able to. Okay, so that's how you're. Wow.
Yeah, and then work out of there. But I won't do it again.
I don't want to do that. Like, I'm all about like paying people money to do bigger things like that.
Yeah, they go to a warehouse now that does shipping and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Nope, never again.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like that was a ton of work. So
yeah,
and then
it's almost where I can't look at a ninja. It's like, no.
You're like, oh, I've seen so many of these
flashbacks.
Things. Yeah. Oh, I can't even imagine what that would all entail. Because yeah, when I was, talking to my wife about doing this, she's like, wait, you're telling me you want to just like fill the house full of more action figures? And I'm like, there's companies that do this shit. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Like I only have so much time. I would rather integrate that into the cost of the distribution or the cost of the figure, because it's like
exactly
it's that sounds like a nightmare.
It does. Trying to keep track of everything. You had 2 trucks back up with the filled with like 44,000 action figures or something like that.
Ooh,
It's just like,
I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
no dock. We unloaded by hand.
Oh
14
wow.
hours.
Oh jeez.
Straight. So yeah.
But like you guys are all
Maybe somebody else to do that side.
yeah. Have somebody else work that out. That's definitely what I'm gonna go with. But I gotta say you guys did a great job on this thing though. This is dope. I also picked up the gray one, so I wanted to get another one. So yeah. Aside from me screwing up the hood, I think I made a post talking about I posted on IG my mistake. And everything. So
It's
that was my
so
fault.
hard to come back and correct yourself when the video is already up and out there. You know.
Yeah, don't you love that? I
Yeah.
You know, I have a tendency to leave my dirt up on YouTube, like, and it's not. I don't know if it's the smartest move or not, but it's like, you know, sometimes I kind of like, I'll leave the thorn in there, so I could remember not to do that same thing again. You know, I don't know. Yeah. So to me, I got, you know, I don't know what's wrong with me, but you know, let's keep that stinging for a long time to make sure we never do those stupid things that gave us those thorns in the first place.
Right.
I don't know, or I should take them down. Either way, but hey, the thorns are there, man. Yeah, right. So let's start. We talked about 3 figures right now, right? Was that 3 each?
Is that 3?
I think that
my
was...
phone keeps shutting off.
Excuse me,
I have my list. No, that's 2 each.
Oh, that was only 2 each. All right, let's do 3 because we said 5. Yeah. Let's do 3 each. All right, so
works perfect because my dislikes on the Star Wars was 3.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna blow my nose off screen here because.
Oh, now I got to pick. Do I pick? I'm gonna throw all 3 picks out. No, the Build-A-Figure Crimson Dynamo.
Oh God, I love that figure.
I know a lot of people didn't like it because of the design or what version they pulled from the comics, but that made me like that costume. Was how good that figure was.
Nice, yeah. The
steampunkishness, the big, thick. Don't get me wrong. I still want that classic Crimson Dynamo.
Right.
But this will do for now.
My favorite design, and I don't know all their names, but it's the one that has like the big gear shoulders on it. I can't remember the
That's names. Yeah, with the cylinders around the.
Yeah, they did the 3 3/4-inch version of that one. That's like the one to me is like the Holy Grail Crimson Dynamo figure.
That's the Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah. For me, anyway, that's the one I really want to see. I think that maybe.
And I'll definitely take it. But it's almost at this point.
You take all
with
of them?
how Marvel Select nailed Titanium Man.
Oh, we got to see that.
Oh, yeah, maybe they'll do a Crimson Dynamo.
Right. So
that we can fit into Marvel Legends, even though they hate it whenever they hear, "Oh, can I fit that into Marvel Legends?"
Yeah. I feel like the Hasbro people kind of keep an eye out for what they see on shelves, and you know, like I have a feeling they see. Excuse me, that they'd seen the Marvel Select Rhino on several shelves and were like, you know what? Let's get a Build-A-Figure Rhino out there. Let's do it.
We'll have to do a Rhino.
Yeah, and I bet that Marvel Legend has gone up because it's like, it definitely has like a lot of similarities there. Like the good stuff from the Select Rhino has been kind of incorporated in their own way with the Marvel Legends version.
I still want that 90s version with the armor though.
Oh, yeah, you really like that one? Like the overdone where he's got the low hanging snout sharp thing coming out right over here. I think it looks like kind of low looking, right?
No. They just essentially took the classic Rhino and put the shoulder pads on them, but buffed them up.
Okay.
Like Sinister Syndicate's time, wasn't it? Somewhere around there. He was with Beetle and Scorpion and.
Okay, so I think I remember what you're talking about. I think
that was like early 90s.
Yeah. I think it's the same as a classic, but they've just bulked up the shoulders, right?
Yeah. So and kind of buffed them up.
Yeah. Okay, that was always, if I'm remembering correctly, that's kind of like the more common look that I'll think of. But they did that kind of with the shoulder pads here on this one, no, or is they completely
No,
different?
that was
I
on
gotta look it up.
the Spider-Man Classics one. Remember where he was kind of stuck in a running pose, knees bent?
Yeah. Oh, it was the same costume as that, or the same look as that. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's I got you. All right, I'm there with you. I'm gonna say for
Your third. Hit me.
retro vintage collection Spider-Man. The retro vintage collection Spider-Man of 2020. I think.
Is that the new sculpt?
Sunfire body mold with some added stuff to it. The vintage collection classic Spider-Man. Yeah, with the drop-down hips. Where is he?
Yeah.
You know which one I'm
I need a
talking about?
visual.
No?
So many Spider-Mans.
I know. Here, I'll go grab him. I thought I had him right over here. But yeah, the it has this the Romita Senior kind of design. I was actually in the middle of getting my collection cleaned up on this side. It is kind of a mess. Ugh.
Toy Chase. Hey, Russ and Bron. I don't know who Bron is. Robo, thanks for the shout out yesterday. Russ was on your Patreon and will be rejoining us. Toy Chase, not my real name. Tim Pagan. Was there something above another?
This guy right here. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Is that? Wait. Oh, is that the one they said it was all new sculpt? Is that the dumbbell joint in the neck?
Yeah, the messed up neck thing.
Yeah. I just recently opened that for a size comparison, but I've never had a chance to go all out, just go at it. I haven't messed with it yet.
Oh, this guy right here?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
That's the one they showed last Toy Fair, right? As giving you a new Spider-Man.
Yeah, and this is like the same wave with the Peter Parker and the Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, Gwen and
this is actually
Electro.
This is like kind of like a lot of time and development on my line is based off of this. Like, it's like a lot of things that I'm kind of like things that I like about this that I'm pulling and trying to incorporate. So,
so do you like the neck? The neck gaps up, right? Is that the?
Well, this is definitely not going to be in any of mine for sure. That no. I'm going full disc hinge. But I wish they did a full disc hinge for this really bad, but they didn't. This part, I don't like. I got to tell Dwight in person that I didn't like that. Or no, it was during a Zoom interview.
Gotcha.
And he was like, "Oh, we're trying different things, and some things work and some things don't." So
I need to mess with that more.
Yeah, dude, it's really fun to pose. It's really a good time. The hips right here have this whole feature that shift up and down. So
I didn't realize they dropped either.
Yeah, they have.
It was one of those things that I was eventually going to get to. Do you watch other reviews before you know you're going to review something?
I don't. I try to avoid. I don't want to see other people's reviews before I review them because
afraid you're going to skew your own.
I'll subconsciously like keep. I'll make my review kind of around what I watched, assuming everybody else watched it too.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's common knowledge.
Exactly. I'd be like, and like just like Robo was saying, the drop down hips, I would feel the need to kind of consistently refer to whatever video I saw, or I will watch some videos, and I'll stop at a point where I feel like they're getting kind of deep, like X-Men 87's like story time and stuff, or like if he'll go into like the bio of the character and everything, and then once he starts talking about the figure, I'm like, I gotta shut it off right now because I haven't opened mine yet. I can't let that influence me. So if you're talking, or like with you, maybe I'll catch you. And then, like when you get to opening the figure up, I'm like, I gotta stop.
Right, when it comes to the actual figure.
Yeah, when it gets to the actual figure,
I'm going to review first, and they're like, "Well, I don't like this," and then in my brain, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like that either," and I haven't even messed with the figure yet. So,
to the
review going, oh, yep, don't like that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll either have that happen or I'll have like a debate with the person who I'd seen the
Uh-huh.
review from. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, some people out there may not like the drop down hips, but I really like these drop down hips right there. Like AKA
Yeah.
whoever's video I saw like influenced me to. So yeah, I really try to avoid.
I'll go after. I'll go after to see if I'm, or this. And most of the time it's shit. I didn't think of that.
I think I've seen everybody's review on the movie Venom figure. Like I
Mhm.
love that figure so much. Like I went back and I think you did a whole wave. You most
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
time.
yeah. Venom was at the end of it, I think.
Yeah, I think for the most part you've been doing the whole wave for that for Legends, and then but yeah, I think I've seen like all the videos on it just 'cause I'm like,
Right.
oh, that figure's so dope. I love that figure.
Yeah, I need to mess with that more. Well, in fact, it's still in the review space. I know a figure's good if it hangs around in
Yeah.
the closet.
If it has a hard time finding a home, right? Like,
Hmm.
'cause it's like,
Because it keeps coming back down, or I keep messing with it, or something.
yeah. You can't just let it go. Let's start with a worst. So
Oh man, I hate picking worsts because I don't know, and it's not trying to not be controversial or anything. It's just that if I don't like a figure, I just don't think about it anymore. It's just like, oh well, it's off the shelf.
you don't
I'll
think
put it in a
about
box.
you don't think about Rose every now and then, like
Rose, well,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not a bad figure. It's just
It's just a
maybe
figure you don't-
characters. Maybe I don't like that part of the movie or anything, but
Yeah.
the figure's not bad, especially when I can turn it into a 9 num or something.
Oh, you just pop the head off
See,
and then
See, yeah, that's my thought process. No plastic is wasted plastic.
yeah, that's a good way to think.
If I don't like it, I'll turn it into something else, or use it somewhere else, or
Yeah.
go in a box. But I did make a list.
Okay. All right. So
I'm just wanted to wait. We're staying in Marvel Legends, right?
we're still on Legends. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, the Build-A-Figure SPDR.
Mm.
Not.
I just took him down for a comparison earlier, but yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
It keeps falling over.
Oh, okay.
I can't keep it in the thing. I don't like the proportions, and it's just weird. And I don't have any attachment to the comic book version.
Okay.
I like the movie version, but that's
Right.
different.
Mhm.
I don't think that's skewing my brain any, but it may. That it doesn't look like what I want it to look like.
Well, I mean, if you haven't read the books,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
But even then, action figure wise, it just seems
well, not
cumbersome.
not to blame you for not reading the books, but I just talking about attachment wise, like
Yeah,
say
yeah.
if you only read the books but you never saw the movie, chances are you'd probably like the figure. Maybe
More than likely.
More than likely,
maybe.
you would like the figure more if you never saw the movie and you only read the books
Yeah.
and you got that figure and it's like, hey, this is how I know this thing. Like, here it is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just odd in my hand, I guess.
Right. I can
Because
see
turn
what-
around and I like the Tri-Sentinel, which now without sitting them side by side, it almost feels like the same kind of proportion
Yeah.
robot thing.
I actually thought they shared parts for a minute at first.
Mhm.
I did not catch your review on that wave because
Gotcha.
I just finished mine like this morning. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know if you compared those two. At first, I kind of thought they might share pieces, but turns out they don't. But
That's why you pulled it down for comparison. You know
Yeah.
what? My dumbass didn't even think of that whenever I was reviewing that figure. I was just like, oh, big cool robot.
yeah,
But maybe have more, even though I haven't read the storyline with the Tri-Sentinel or whatever it's actually called. I can't remember.
Theta Sentinel.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Theta Sentinel. Yeah, it's like.
It's an X-Men type thing, so maybe I'm more attached to that. But
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
color scheme, too.
Honestly, every time I look over, that figure has knocked something over or has fallen or something.
Yeah, I could see where. I mean, that's always, especially when it's a big figure that falls over easily. That's a big figure causing a lot of destruction, so that sucks.
Top heavy.
Yeah, top heavy. Mine, I have suspended from the ceiling, in a big, dynamic spider pose with my other Spider-Verse type.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well,
kind of movie poster style.
It's not there. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. But you can't really see him. But you could see empty space where it would kind of go somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah, somewhere around the spider. Right behind. Where was it? Oh yeah, right behind the white Spider-Man 2099. So right next to the right next to the fire alarm, right there. That's the first one to burn. No, the fire alarm doesn't burn. What the hell? It lets you know something's burning. Stupid. Anyway, but yeah, that's not all right. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that for sure. I could see. For me,
see, it's hard to pick, huh?
Well, the other thing too is that, like, again, like, this idea of coming up with the lists was like a very, very last minute kind of thing. So I'm thinking like recent stuff, and I just reviewed this figure, but I haven't felt like such a it's
if you have no attachment.
It's like it feels like buying a hamburger and only getting the buns. That's kind of how I feel with this. I was like, oh, all right. It's got a cool head sculpt for my other Professor X figure, and this head sculpt looks cool. And I don't hate this body mold, but it's like, like it's such an unfulfilled, unsatisfying feeling having this figure. I don't know what it is.
But it is that design from in the comics.
Yeah. Even though like it kind of looks a little bit different, but there's like another version, but it's supposed to be the same version. I guess artists just colored it differently. That like instead of it being blue right here, it's white, and the rest of it's kind of like a metallic blue. So like there's like different color schemes that I've seen in the books, and it's just like, okay, this is not even the more common color scheme. Also, it's supposed to be Phantom X's body, and it's like, I always thought that was really weird that it's supposed to be Phantom X's body, but it kind of looks like, like much smaller. I always thought Phantom X was like a little bit bigger, like a bigger guy, like mercenary, like, I don't know. So,
is that what happened in the comics? Charles take over Phantom X's body or something?
It was a sacrifice play. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, it was a sacrifice move. I remember I did read those, and yeah, so Phantom X made the sacrifice for Charles to jump in, and so he's got portable Cerebro and everything. So,
and his body shrunk.
And he lost a lot. He lost his muscle mass and all. So it's like, but just to warn you, if you end up reading that House of 10 Powers or House of X Powers of 10, that Tri-Sentinel's in like 3 panels.
That's what I've heard.
And it's like, and it gets destroyed, and I was just like, because I couldn't remember it. I read all 12 books, and I cannot remember like where the hell the Tri-Sentinel was. So I had to go back, and it's just in the first few pages. It's in just a few pages, and it gets destroyed by a character that you never really see do anything else, and you never really see the Tri-Sentinel do much except for like suck powers out of like a mutant. So it's like. It's like seeing 2 people fight when you have no idea where their skill levels are at all whatsoever. Or you just see one person destroy the other person, and you're like, wow, okay. Like I have no idea how strong or weak either of these are, because it just happens so fast. I'm not a big fan of Jonathan Hickman's writing for the most part, and there's people that are diehard fans. But
I've always been intimidated. I've opened the book a couple of times when I saw it, and then I'd go through a couple pages, and there's pictures, and then a wall of text, and I think, oh, what? And I, for some reason, my brain checks out. It's like, oh, I'm not reading a comic book anymore. I'm reading a book.
That's exactly why I don't like it. That's one big reason why I don't like it. Now I'm not afraid of books or anything like that. I don't read fiction. Like when it comes to actual books, I like reading nonfiction, and it's like mostly political, boring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I read my comics, it's like I'm in fantasy land and stuff, and I kind of want to be entertained and just kind of let go and just have fun in the ride. But like all that text is just explaining a bunch of shit that's going on in the book. So instead of them showing you stuff happening, it's all this explaining. And I'm like, dude, that's not how you tell a good story. You tell a good story by showing people stuff happening, not by just giving all this information. And I'm like, and it doesn't stick. And it's not being told in a way where you paint your own picture. Like a good writer will, you could read it like, you know who did a good job was Neil Gaiman. I mean, not Neil Gaiman. Oh God, Alan Moore.
Yeah.
Have you read Watchmen?
It's been a long time, but I did.
Okay, so
there was a lot of text in there, huh?
Well, it was the journal.
Right.
At the end of every issue, there's a journal in there, and I remember like at first kind of ignoring it, but then like I would jump into it, and it would still paint a picture because was it Moloch's journal? I think it was Moloch's journal. And a Night Owl's journal too, I think. I don't know. It had stories going in there that helped paint a picture as you're reading it. With the Hickman stuff, I don't get a picture. I just get facts and details of things that it's supposed to add up.
Formulas and
yeah, and I'm like, dude, this is like hella not fun for me right now. It took me so long to get through that book. Book Nice 10 was telling me to read it, and it took hella long. Now I'm like, dude, I'm reading Barack Obama's book right now. Like, this is actually more entertaining. Like, I can't. It's like, and that's like really detailed, like political stuff compared to that.
So it's the modern version of Claremont constantly telling us that Psylocke's blade is the focused totality of her psychic powers over and over and over.
Yeah, basically, yeah. The exposition. Just instead of letting you see it, just explaining it instead. That was a lot of time on one figure. That no. We did talk about my figure. Okay, you have another Marvel Legends you do not like?
I don't even own these figures anymore, but the Toys R Us exclusive original X-Men team box set.
Oh, wow.
I'm going back. I'm digging.
Good. Very good.
I bought that set, hated it, returned it. I was like, I don't even want this in my house. So, and I don't remember what all I hated about it at the time, but that beast was like half effort, no wrists.
Oh,
did he have ankles? Was it
I believe he did have ankle pivot.
Yeah,
I remember, but I don't know.
That whole box set was, I don't know, for some reason it was not what I wanted at the time.
If I remember correctly, I bought that set and broke Iceman and returned it and was able to get an exchange. And if I remember correctly, I believe I broke Iceman again.
Yeah.
And then returned that and was just like, done! Like, I don't want to... I really don't care to deal with this box set anymore. I regret it now because I have an extra Magneto figure, and I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool setup to get Magneto teamed, get a little separate display of them, classic look and everything like that. But
that's one of my dreams. Yeah, I'd like a display of that and the giant size team, which we're almost to.
We just need
Banshee.
We need a new Banshee, and then I think. Wait, who else are we missing? I think that's it, right?
I think that's it. Yeah.
We also need. Well, here we'll go into a figure I don't like. Yeah.
Are you going there?
We need a new one already.
Yeah.
Come on, that Thunderbird. That was like, I think that was one that I watched before. I think I did see a review of that before I bought it or before I reviewed it. I think so. Or it was a play day where you swapped the head, or you did something to the head. Yeah, you changed the head.
And repainted the skin tones and something else.
think you changed the wrists too, or the hands. I think you gave him different hands.
Because why does he have grip hands?
Yeah.
There's no reason.
I mean, what really pisses me off is that, like, the point of that dude was, like, that's all he needed, right? Like, that, like, he's introduced. Punch. Yeah, he's a slugger. Like, he's just brute strength. Like, he's got that's his whole thing. And, like, what was he supposed to? I don't even want to give him anything. Like, there's no desired item for him to hold. Like,
unless you wanted to use him as a James early in his warpath where he was wearing the Thunderbird costume.
Yeah,
but I don't think he had knives. I don't think he had knives until later. Right. Different costumes,
and he was smaller, right? Like he was a little bit.
Well, John was should have been just barely bigger than Cyclops. In the original run, he was pretty much Cyclops size. Well, the original run, his 2 issues.
The new X-Men, like the giant size X-Men.
Yeah. But that brings up another whole can of worms where I think all the Cyclops figures are too small for Marvel Legends.
Okay. Well, I thought he should have been a lot bigger. Like,
no, Warpath was.
Yeah, Warpath was gigantic, but I thought Thunderbird was still like. Let me see.
No, Thunderbird had maybe a couple of inches on Cyclops when you go by official stats.
Okay, like I was thinking,
and those old pictures of them on the stairwell and in the room and stuff. Yeah, side by side, they were always eye to eye.
Okay, all right. I guess
eyes to eye.
Yeah, I see what you did. See, I always saw him kind of like a Cable Bishop size. That's where I had him in my head, is that size dude, like a Cable Bishop.
Well, I think was it Alan Davis that came along later and drew that picture? If you Google giant size X-Men, it like lines them up, but they're starting at the middle and coming forward, and Thunderbird is closer and bigger, and he looks bigger. And plus, again, with all the Warpath stuff, Warpath wore that costume for a little while, I think.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he did.
And I haven't even opened that figure yet.
Which God, that wave just came out. The Strong Guy wave, Warpath?
Strong Guy wave, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm disappointed. Yeah, that figure kind of bummed me out, even though I do have them on the display. Both of those figures kind of got just a little bit weird. I was hoping for a big ass. I would like a big ass Warpath. See, to me, I feel like I want that to be my John, and then I'd rather have like the Warpath you haven't opened yet being my Thunderbird, and then having a much larger, like, Liefeld sized.
Because you're thinking of the X-Force Spider-Man crossover where they fought Juggernaut.
Wow, I haven't thought about that in hell. Yeah, but like
and Warpath is absolutely
that huge Warpath. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of like Strong Guy sized Warpath almost.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm a half tempted. I've been half tempted several times to swap all my Cyclops figures over to I don't know if I want to. I got to pick a body. I think it's Spider UK body that is slightly taller but about the same muscle mass.
Okay, that's
just to have him slightly larger to fit in with all my displays.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's not a bad. That'd be a long play day though.
That's
a lot of work.
It's a lot of prep.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to one more bad Marvel Legend each. I think was that just one each already, or was that 2 each yet? I think
the Walmart exclusive Vulture 2-pack, was that the cartoon version?
Oh, the one that nobody wanted. Oh, yeah. I don't know. We're too old for that, I think. So,
but I don't remember what I didn't like about that figure, because that was the second and only other Marvel Legends I've ever returned.
Wow.
Because
first being the X-Men box set, and then
do what?
Was the first the X-Men box set that you just referred
to,
and then this one.
And that's the only Marvel Legends I've ever not wanted enough to. No, I got to get my money back on this, because this is not what I wanted.
Yeah. I can see that. I plan for displays I don't have yet. sometimes,
Mhm.
and that's one that I have set for an ultimate display that I'd like to have, but don't have at the moment. So
Right.
so I hang on to him for that. But yeah, very disappointing Vulture figure that I did not initially want. So it's like I have it like as a kind of like as a safeguard for when I actually am able to get that display going. He's waiting.
He's a placeholder.
He served as a placeholder, and now he's
Yeah.
in a bin. But he'll come out when it's time for him to join an Ultimate Spider-Man display. I want to say Ultimates, but I don't want to get you going. So I didn't want to set you. Oh, no, don't do it on my live stream,
Nope.
Robo. Don't you dare do it. Don't you do it, Robo. Don't you do
I
it,
can't
man.
do it. I don't have
You
the
can do it
editing
if you
drop the octaves.
Yeah. You need the effect in there.
That's right, and the shaking and
There was one of those that you edited the shit out of it. Like you hella went for it. I thought it was so funny.
I think it
like
was
you
the one
jumped
time I had to do it several times, and so I wanted to change it up a bit. Yeah,
You just
I
went.
have
I
to
think
change it up
you went
'cause
all out. Like
I'm so afraid of it getting annoying, and I'm sure it is to some people. They're like, "Oh, sure, here it comes."
yeah,
but
dude, you
I
gotta.
keep on hammering it. I'll
Yeah.
hammer a joke into the ground.
I mean, it's so it's like you don't do it unless you think it's funny first, right?
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Of course.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
neither of us. I'm gonna go out on a limb and try to speak for you for a second. But I think it's fair to assume that neither of us purposely try to annoy our viewers without getting a laugh out of it. Without getting a laugh
I
out
don't
of it.
try to. I'll call stuff out every now and then if it rubs me wrong, but not when I'm trying to just do my thing.
Right,
Or-
yeah. Like
What
when,
was,
like
there
when
was
you're trying to have
something I
fun.
was kind of poking the bear one review, but I can't remember.
Oh, okay. So there's one where
But it was
you're actually.
something that was silliness,
Yeah. See, I had this bit going on with a coffee stain for a while.
Mhm.
And some people will get so upset about the coffee stain, and I'm like, dude, it's a 2-second joke. Like the joke is so like there and gone that like how can you get that upset to the point where you can spend literally 20 times as much seconds spent typing your complaint of over the coffee stain joke. But then, like most people liked it, but I had to stop doing it because I needed to wash my review station, and I had to.
That's what I was going to say. You eventually washed it out, didn't
Yeah, yeah. So I had to get rid of it. Sorry, coffee stain.
Bye. You just have to spill again.
Yeah, or spit. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
It was just one of those, and it hits the wrong pipe or whatever. Like, like I'm like, oh crap, my camera! Like, little did I know I had stained the review station, but I was worried about the camera more than anything.
That'll go into videos.
Yeah. I did not foresee all that happening. Okay, so my last bad Marvel legend that I want to talk about is wow, it's kind of unfair.
Uh-oh.
But it's kind of unfair, but it's I'm gonna say the Sakaar figure from the Fin Fang Foom wave. There's a lot of other bad Marvel legends to talk about, and it's very obscure. Yeah. What?
You going back to what was that? 2009, 8, 9?
Yeah, probably
7.
Yeah,
1974.
1974. I went back that far because I was looking for another figure and I came across it in my bin.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I could pick all kinds of other bad Marvel legends that are worse than this one, but that particular figure pisses me off every time because I like that character a lot, and every time I look at that figure, I want to like it, but it's just still like such a clunky mess.
All arms and legs and
yeah, he's like this weird, like and Sakaar is cool, man. Like what the hell?
Man, but that wave was very early Hasbro, right? Just coming out of
it's unfair, right? Like should we not? That doesn't count.
No. Well, I mean, it's a Marvel legend.
Check this out though. check this out. I think that's way before Black Series, though. I think I should pick one that's a little bit closer to when Black Series started.
Oh, for more head to head.
Yeah, it's a little unfair because I feel like Hasbro Marvel Legends made a lot of mistakes that, because they made those mistakes, Black Series learned to not make them. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not like on the same playing field in that regard. You know what I mean?
Because I mean those years of Hasbro's learning curve,
right,
when it comes to Legends.
Yeah, like by the time Black Series came around, that learning curve had flattened out, and they're on a trajectory moving upwards. So it's like,
and then even after that, lines like Power Rangers and G.I. Joe are like, oh, let's not do that. What Star Wars and Legends did, but let's incorporate this, and this.
Exactly. So they already kind of learned from that. So I'm gonna take that one back.
Even though Scar,
I really want that. I think could give us a better Scar figure. That would be really. That would be.
Man, and has he been prominent at all in the comics since?
I know there was a book I think after World. He was in the Dark Avengers. I think he was in the Dark Avengers, but that was a while ago. So not I don't think anything recent. And then I believe he did have his own title for a bit. I think he had his own title. Someone in the comment section should know that. Not like I should know that, but they should know that.
Was he running around for a bit when Hulk was gone or something?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I think there was a time. Oh, big thanks, Justin Garbert. The coffee stain was the best. Awesome, man. Glad you liked the coffee stain. So, and then William Grayson. Thank you so much, William. He sent $10 via super chat, giving us a big wave. And then just don't want to just go back and make sure. Okay, I think those are the last of the bit. So, figure that I don't like that recently came out that really pisses me off. That's frustrating. Oh God, because I do that. This should not be hard for me to think of, and I know I. Oh, you know what?
Bad figures. Don't focus.
It's I'm gonna bring up the Cyclops figure just because God, I don't hate this figure. Is
it the design?
No, I think it's just getting another Cyclops on a Bucky Cap mold is just kind of worn me to the point where I'm like, oh, hot dogs for dinner.
Yeah.
It's like a hot dog for dinner. Like, I can't hate a hot dog. I really don't hate hot dogs. Can't really hate a hot dog, but a hot dog for dinner. It's like, there's meat in it and bun, and you could add stuff. You could add condiments to it, like a belt and some forearms, but it's just still like a regular old ass fucking hot dog in a bun.
But you got to admire the consistency through all the Cyclops figures that Hasbro has done.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing too. That's what I'm saying is I can't hate hot dogs.
Yeah.
I don't.
Especially when you've been eating the same hot dog for the past 6 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I'll eat it again. Will this be the last Cyclops figure I ever buy that's on a Bucky Cap mold? Absolutely not. I will get another one, but don't have to like it that much.
I said, I've already brought that up about wanting a bigger body or taller body for Scott.
Yeah, and bigger feet too, man. This guy.
And bigger feet.
But wow,
I like the heads. I like the arms they put. Well, the new cuffs, the new belt.
Yeah,
but
I like that stuff too. And I really really don't hate this body mold. Like, I'm really not a hater of this body mold. It's really not that. Even though I would be for a slightly bigger Cyclops, but it's just like I've gotten it so many times already. It's like it just bums me out some. All right, let's move on to Black Series. I think that's our 3 negative Marvel Legends, right?
Marvel Legends.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Go straight into since Black Series is better. Go ahead and start with the bad Black Series.
You want to start with the bad Black Series? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He didn't disagree.
I'm going along with it. Why is this full price?
That's where okay, you get into that point, you're gonna have to bring up Yoda and R2 and a Jawa and
Oh, I know. All right.
yeah, I know. When it comes to characters like that, it should be a 2-pack or something. But at the same time, going by Hasbro's mentality, it's all new sculpts in that wave.
It is.
So that I almost feel like getting half a figure with that, which is accurate to the show, is a budget type thing for the rest of the wave. I'm not justifying that. I'm just thinking as a product manager or a whoever handles that kind of thing.
So where did it go?
Because do you hate the figure?
I don't hate it. No, I don't hate it. No, it's not.
No. But I understand. I completely understand because I've looked at several Yodas that I've bought thinking, God, really? Are you serious?
Well, that's why I love that they included Yoda with that Dagobah Luke. Like that deluxe pack. I thought, thank you. That makes so much more sense. I feel so much happier about this purchase than just getting,
What was the original price on that pack, though?
I thought it was $29.99, wasn't it?
Was it? Was I thinking, where did I buy it?
I thought it
may have been 35? Slightly more expensive somewhere, but
35 maybe.
Maybe 35.
You got yours probably really early, right? I think.
No, I don't remember getting that one early. I love that Yoda though, little Muppet looking.
Yeah, he's got the interchangeable heads. We get, I thought that.
But I get where you're coming from on that. I got all defensive there for a minute, didn't I? Whoa! How dare you talk bad about a Star Wars Black Series figure?
No, I know that escalated quickly, Robo.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean.
What about R2-D2 then? What about Yoda? Did you like it?
As soon as you lifted him up, I knew exactly where you were going with that, and I agree. But then,
But I'm not dogging the figure itself, though. This is a really good figure. I love that you get the interchangeable head. You get all kinds of hidden detail under this when you take it apart. So it's not a bad figure. And for the record, you guys, I love Star Wars 6-inch Black Series. I mean, there's no actual hate here on either of us, like for either of these toy lines. But
because I'm still buying Marvel Legends and stuff. It's not like yeah.
So I have way more Star Wars Black Series figures than I actually talk about on the channel. But
now, do you have displays set up with Star Wars or anything? Or
I do. I have
I've seen your Marvel Legends stuff, but I guess.
Yeah, you can see right over here is Star Wars.
Oh, gotcha.
I have a ton of Stormtroopers. It needs to be fixed up. Palpatine fell down. And then I have a different Star Wars display in my garage. I have, but I don't have my Mando set up. So this is all gonna go, and I'm gonna get Billy's shelves covering up the windows over here because I never really opened those anyway, and I don't like having sunlight coming in here and staining up the figures and stuff. So
I've had that happen.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate that so much, especially on the white figures. You really see.
Damn you, son.
Yeah, or giving us life, ruining my toys.
How dare you?
Yeah. I need figures to stay intact, but it was tough.
The concept. You're talking more like the concept of having to buy half a figure for full price.
That's what bothers me more than anything with this guy. Yeah, because I like the character, I like the figure. Mm-hmm. It's just like, why does it have to be as much as the bigger ones? You know what I mean? Because when you're telling me, from a project manager's point of view, other money got spent on this and that. And I want to ask that project manager where to go. Like where did it go then? Like, because I don't see any big ass characters in that wave.
Right. But again, new sculpting, new molds, lots of steel, lots of production costs,
lots of tooling on it.
With Marvel Legends, with the reuse, and that's not a bad thing. I know people look at that and Marvel Legends is mostly reuse. But did they give me another comic book character that I wanted for my shelf that is fairly accurate to the source material? Sure, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, even if it's Thunderbird, right? Like.
Yeah.
Would rather have it than not.
I may have to drill out the head and repaint the skin, but
but you'd still rather have it than not. So I actually so it's your turn to pick a Black Series figure you do not like.
I don't even have to look at my list because I have a concept thing like you did, a kind of a group, but I'm gonna go straight for Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan Kenobi first. And you know why?
I, I'm. I don't think I do know why. I don't think
it's got the Y hips.
Oh.
It's not a deal breaker. They still move. They still work. But even the team at San Diego were like, we're sorry. Sorry for that. You know, when you lift the leg, it rotates up and out.
Yes. Yeah. I hate that.
When you try to get the feet flat on the floor, it kind of doesn't easily. But apparently something changed in China or at the factory or some kind of safety standards that they had to use that for a couple times before they came up with something else. And still keep the legs really close together.
Oh, weird. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really weird. I almost grabbed that figure for my list, you know that? But I was looking at the head sculpt like, I actually like this one, though.
It looks good standing there. It don't play good.
Yeah.
Was that a sentence? Yeah, that was a sentence.
Don't play good. Yeah. That should be part of your rating. Like, if you get a rating thing, if you ever were to do that, like, don't play good.
This figure looks good. Don't play good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Don't play good. That's a really good choice, though. Yeah. I regret not grabbing it because that would have been dope if we had, like, the same figures on our list. My next Black Series figure, and God, it's really hard to put this one on the list, but I'm going with the Separatist droid.
Did yours fall over too?
How many times? The whole thing with the piece that's supposed to connect over here doesn't work on any of my copies. I have two of the beige and I have one of the Geonosis ones.
Mm-hmm.
But none of them have this whole thing that's supposed to connect on the side work properly. And the ankle pivot on this is awful. I don't know, I think they went too high or something, but like the ankle pivot just makes it really hard to stand. Like when you could see it turn, it's like it looks like an ankle pivot, but it doesn't work. It doesn't go sideways, it goes up. When I twist,
it goes at an angle.
Yeah.
So when you try to here, you also have to adjust the hinge at the same time. Yeah. On a tiny ass foot.
And it's really not it's just makes it really hard for him to stand without falling over. And I was hoping to get a bunch of these because I actually like the idea of having a whole bunch. But I'll probably get more. I have 3 right now, but yeah, I wish he could just stand better and that the piece right here would actually stay.
I think half that problem is it didn't seem to be designed with toys in mind. It looks cool on the screen as kind of this inhuman skeleton walking along, but you try to put it in plastic form, it's so thin in places.
Wow.
It just doesn't work.
You're blaming it on the source material.
Damn it, Lucas.
You're blaming it on the source material.
Man, come on.
That is, I love how defensive you're getting with this. You're not giving Hasbro. You're not giving Hasbro. I mean, you're giving Hasbro a break.
No. Hasbro could have went up because the Bandai SH Figure Arts figures don't have as much of a problem standing.
Okay. All right.
And they're almost thinner.
Oh wow, I wouldn't be surprised. Their scale is always a little smaller too, right? So,
yeah.
Okay, so all right, so Hasbro doesn't get a pass.
No.
But you understand but you are pointing out that it was a very sloppy canvas to deal with in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
I've thought a lot about Star Wars.
I love this, man. I love the passion. It's great.
Yeah. And like I said, like when you asked me, well, did you want to take the Marvel Legends side or the Star Wars?
Yeah.
It wasn't even
dove right
back
in.
to you. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. For me, it's harder because I got started collecting with Star Wars, and I've always wanted this line. I've always wanted this Marvel Legends line too, but anyway.
It's been going for a lot longer, though. Marvel Legends is also almost ingrained. It's like, oh, Marvel Legends? Yeah. But then you realize, oh, shit, Star Wars Black Series has been going for 8 years now?
Oh, my God. Has it? 2012 or 2014?
12 or 13, somewhere in there?
2014, I think it was. 2014.
Was it 14? 7 years?
I want to say it was 14. Somebody...
I don't remember what Comic-Con it was. We were running around. There was one booth selling Darth Maul and X-Wing Luke and the rest of that first wave. And we each paid the extra to get that early.
Yeah, you wanted your hands on it.
And yeah, but they were cool.
Yeah,
we were so excited about finally 6-inch scale Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I went nuts. I was super excited. Like, to this day, I still love those figures. I don't care. So do you have another Sour Black Series one you want to bring up?
I was going to just say everything pre-photo real. Not bad figures, but compared to afterwards, I almost have the feeling like, okay, just redo everything that was done without photo real.
I would...
because they're bad. Remember that first wave of Black Series?
I could see why a lot of people would side with that, but I do not totally agree with that. But finish what you're saying.
Yeah. Remember that first wave where they were painting the eyes in, and it looked pretty good for pupils, highlights, black, or whatever. But then it automatically went to just like they were just doing G.I. Joe style and not the good style, the 80s style, right, where it was just a dot and a line.
Yeah.
Or just color thrown at it. And I spent a lot of time replacing heads with customs or repaints or everything else. Not bad figures.
Yeah.
Just bad aspects.
Wow,
until Photo Real came around, and even they were just kind of like, oh, look what we did. Yeah, it's like Marvel Legends been doing that for a year. Why didn't you start that then?
yeah, right. I don't feel that way totally across the board. With the later figures that came out shortly before that, I feel like still kind of hold up okay. I think my Sabine came out before the photoreal tech, as well as my Jyn Erso, and I thought, even though I do prefer how the I don't have the photoreal Sabine,
the newest Sabine.
Yeah, I don't have it, but I remember being satisfied enough to the point where I didn't want to get a new one. And same thing with Jyn Erso. I actually got the photoreal. You're getting so pissed. You're getting so pissed.
This is where the fight starts. Right?
Yeah. This is where the battle begins. It actually took me a minute to really think about like which Jyn Erso I was gonna go. I really had to look at the two Jyn Ersos and be like, wow, it's slightly better, I guess. And got the photoreal tech one on there.
Am I missing a photo real?
Oh, wait, not Jyn Erso. I'm sorry, I got her name wrong.
You're talking about Rey.
No, I'm not talking about Rey.
No?
Rebels.
Ahsoka?
No. Close.
Hera?
Hera. Yeah, the new Hera figure. So sorry, everybody. I had you in a loop. Like, what the hell are you talking about, Russ?
Because I was like, those Jins are terrible. What are you talking about?
That's why you're getting so mad.
Oh no!
How are you gonna stand up for Jyn Erso, the biggest shelf warmer? I mean,
that's it. I know.
I know. Like, okay, everybody. Shartimus has forfeited the match.
I can agree with. Hera, the first one, was painted nicely.
Yes,
it had the nice detail to the eyes and everything.
Yeah, she looked good. So I was like, okay, the photoreal tech is better, but on the older Hera, not as bad. And I felt the same way with the Sabine, to the point where I didn't want to get a new Sabine. Like, I'm like, I'm okay,
I think I remember reviewing that original Sabine, and I don't know if I said it or not, because, but I think I remember saying the helmet is staying on because this face is terrible. But it may be different copies or something, because I think on my
did they keep
on my old Sabine the eyes were off, or the orange. She had orange eyes, right? Something.
I think well, I know the hair has a bunch of color in it, but yeah,
purple,
I think the eyes, I can't remember the exact eye color off the top of my head.
No, but then I got the new updated Hera because it matches the rest of the display, kind of. So
because everybody else is photoreal, because you definitely had to get the new
I kind of like when they all match.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get as I can't tell as from far away.
Yeah,
But I'm
but
glad.
but like I said, Hera was nicely painted. It was kind of for some reason they went really nice with her, and then
Yeah, and she's a later one also. She's kind of
yeah,
closer to the
right
back
before the
end.
photo reel.
Right, right. I think it's great that you mentioned the photoreal thing because one that's on my list is a photoreal face, and it's on the list because of the photoreal face. Hoth Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
That
okay.
figure looks like he's got buttholes for eyes everywhere I see him. Like, it's just not. I cannot. I got stoked because I stopped by Target, and I believe it was 3 copies, and I told myself, finally I'll be able to replace the older one because I think the one that came
Wampa.
with the Wampa
Hmm.
had more of what you're talking about with the old school GI Joe kind of
Yeah.
line with a dot on it.
Hmm.
So for that, I was like, I think I do want to replace this. Like, I think I want to upgrade. And I have not found. So those 3 copies were bad, and every other copy that I've seen in store, which is only I think 2 or 3 other ones I may have seen out in the wild, they all like I don't know what happened. What happened there, Robo?
It's almost to the point where you have to think that the original sculpt sucked ass. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and they're trying to
okay.
print. Well, I've also come to the point to believe that Mark Hamill has a face that does not translate well into plastic.
Weird, right?
I mean, all of them are slightly off at some point, and all of them look completely different. Every figure we've gotten in Black Series.
Yeah.
Different shapes, different sizes, different roundness, flatness, prints.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to polish a turd with that Hoth Luke head.
So you're blaming it on
everything
the sculpt.
outside of it looks okay.
But for me, it's the way the eyes, like the print
yeah.
of the eyes, just looks off. Like it looks so messed up. So you think there's maybe not enough surface area on the eyeballs to get the
I don't know,
proper
or they're
amount of
using
deco?
something for because they can use pictures, right, to print on the. I don't know how that process works.
Okay.
I don't know if they have to actually scan something. They said it can't work on things that are too deep. Like the Gamorrean Guard has features that are really unreachable, I guess, by the process.
Okay.
Maybe it's Luke's brim.
Yeah.
It's like,
that may be it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. No, that would make sense.
Again, you got me making excuses for Hasbro.
Yeah. Well, they're texting. They're texting you right now. They're telling you what to say for them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Was that okay, guys?
Was that okay, guys? All right. Yeah, the check's in the mail, right?
Yeah. Hit me up later.
Yeah. Oh, god damn.
No, I can agree with that. But again, Luke, I don't think we've gotten. I think if I had to pick my favorite Luke, it would be the SH Figure Arts Farm Boy Luke. And even that, you can look at it and go,
Yeah, the Hot Toys. I reviewed the Hot Toys Luke, and Hot Toys I think does the best job as far as like really making you go. Because dude, I got some Hot Toys where I'm like, damn, this is like so on point. It's freaky that this dude is in my house. Like it looks like somebody's face, really. And there's something about the overbite on that Luke Skywalker, because that was going to be my one Hot Toy Star Wars figure, was Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. And it just
and it didn't work.
Yeah, I couldn't keep it. Yeah, I couldn't.
It may be Hamill.
It's all Hamill's fault.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had that. It was like was it after shooting Empire that he got in that car accident?
It was before Empire. In fact, I think didn't they write the back to tank scene and the Wampa scraping him across the face because he had injury?
So it was It was right before Empire. Yeah, that makes sense. No.
Yeah,
that makes that makes the most amount of sense because when I think of his face and everything, he looked like he'd been through some shit.
And then he ended up having that scar somewhere.
It's in a weird spot. Yeah,
stayed on there.
You ever get to meet?
And it did change his look more than you think, movie to movie.
Oh yeah, dude, with such a I mean, it's crazy. Like, yeah, the difference between just A New Hope and Empire is nuts, and then equally as drastic of a change from Empire to Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Just to go on a little. Go on.
No. I was just going to say something about hairstyles too. His hairstyles seem to be hard to translate into plastic too.
Yeah, they're all. I can't remember.
There's just something about them.
I can't remember his hair from Empire, but I could remember how his like that 70s, baseball team.
Kind of.
So for me, I'm thinking of baseball team pictures and stuff. That's like and then
Think about it. We all had those haircuts back then. It was
yeah. That was just like
just the cut out the middle and everything shag on the side.
Yeah, that's just like how hair fell. Like that's just where it went. And well, actually, me for some reason I had without trying to sound like bad saying it, but like I had Asian kids' hair. Like my hair, I think maybe it was the way my parents would get my hair cut or something, but like straight black, like in kind of like bowl, kind of down, kind of thing. And like I don't know, I grew up a lot of people thinking I was Filipino and stuff. So, but
nice.
when I was like 11 or something, I got stopped for somebody thinking that I was Rufio, from Hook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, can you imagine just somebody going, "Oh my God, you're him"? I was on vacation with my family somewhere, Lake Tahoe, and I'm like 11 years old or something like that, and he goes like, "Oh my God, you're him, you're him." And I'm like, what? Like what? I'm like, he's like, you're a guy, Rufio. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, dude, I'm not Rufio. Like, what? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, you're him. And then he had to like stop his wife and everything. No, he's like, no, honey, I don't think that's him. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not him.
Yeah. Well, you should have just signed autographs and.
I could have. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I haven't watched that movie since it came out.
Yeah, I know. Same here. But because of that movie stays in my mind. Speaking of actors, I wanted to ask you: did you ever get to meet any Star Wars? How deep into meeting any Star Wars actors have you gone? Like, have you gotten a chance?
There was a local. Well, I say local. It's about an hour way east from me. There was a local Comic-Con that usually got celebrities that were kind of weird for a small con. Yeah. But I met the guy that was inside the Bosk suit.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah. All right. Sweet. Yeah. Hey, you got one.
I don't really... I've seen celebrities at shows and everything. Because I know you've been on red carpet and stuff, right?
Purple carpet the one time.
Purple carpet. Yeah.
Purple carpet the once. Yeah.
Yeah. But I see them at shows and I see them in the distance and I don't know. I don't know if it's waiting in line or, it's just like, oh, I see them. And then, I'm good.
Okay.
that's
yeah.
As far as I get it.
I freak out. I gotta say something to him. I'm gonna blame my parents because, or specifically my mom, because my mom is one of those. I think I get that from my mom because when my first convention was a Star Trek convention. I have a belief that I was conceived with Star Trek playing in the background. That's where my nerdiness really exploded. Anyway, but it's gross. Sorry, everybody.
I didn't go there.
Yeah. It's still a ShartimusPrime YouTube channel, you guys. All right.
That's right.
But, we're almost about done here, too. So, 10 minutes is okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, 10 minutes? We're going to wrap up in 10 minutes, you guys. Sorry to technical difficulties and stuff. But anyway, my mom, I just remember her watching her play, the actress who played Diana Troy from Next Generation, and just talking about the hair and stuff like that, and like watching my mom just talking to her like she was just a normal person, and her responding like a normal person, and it just totally breaking the whole celebrity, oh my god, there they are kind of thing, and me watching that as a little kid going like, oh, you can just talk to them, like they will just talk to you back if you just talk to them like normal, I guess. So
they're mostly just people.
They're mostly just people. I my first experience was with Peter Mayhew was outside having a cigarette outside WonderCon, Chewbacca, and you know who he is. I'm just saying for everybody else, but but he was outside having a cigarette, and I went outside and I was looking for a friend of mine who was supposed to meet me there, and I saw him over there all by himself, and I was like, oh my god, that's Peter Mayhew. Like, no friggin' way, Chewbacca. Okay, calm down. All right, I gotta say hi to him or something. I didn't realize that he had a booth inside yet and all that stuff, so I went to speak, you know, I asked him if I could take a picture with him, and he said, I have a booth inside. You can, it's at C3, we can take a picture there. And I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
I only do it for money. Oh, what? Like I just didn't understand that he was working. Like I just didn't get it. That for him, that's work is going to these different shows and signing and saying hi to people. So I think I ended up buying a picture, and he was super cool and everything. Like, but
yeah, what was it? Well, at that point, well, it's like at Comic-Cons, we're usually at other places after. And there's usually celebrities wandering around and stuff, you know?
Right.
And I've never wanted to stop because I always think they're out doing their thing. They're on break. They're away from people, you know?
Yes.
They're talking to their friends and all that. So, because I walked past, what was that? It was a Wizard World in Dallas in like 2007, 8 or something. Mm-hmm. And I was walking through the doors, and Jay Muse was standing there smoking a cigarette.
Nice.
But my mentality was, he's just enjoying a cigarette.
Leave him alone.
I will walk on by.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But I'm also like, oh, celebrity.
Yeah, like get out.
Way.
Yeah, get out of. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I didn't. I just did not know at the time. I felt so. I was so mad at him at first. I was so insulted. Like, what, dude? I love Star Wars. You're not gonna take a picture with me, man. I didn't argue with him, but I just didn't know.
One of my first Comic-Cons, I was sitting at a restaurant, and Seth Green walks by. We're in a group, and we're like, Seth Green, we love Robot Chicken, and he did not acknowledge us at all. So it became a running gag at San Diego every year that we're feuding with Seth Green. Because there was another year that he was standing in front of the Marvel Legends booth when it was Jesse and somebody else, and it was just that glass case.
Oh, I remember he was there. Yeah. I never saw him, but yeah.
Yeah, because we were trying to look at the case, but Seth Green was making out with somebody in front of that display, and
I remember this story. I wasn't there, but I remember this story. Yeah.
So I have a running beef with Seth Green. Apparently, he doesn't know it.
Yeah, but you're coming for him. You're coming for him.
Yeah, I'm coming for him.
There's a celebrity that I kind of have a little thing like that with too, that I thought I had for a little bit, and I can't even remember it off the top of my head. But
Pee Wee Herman sat down at one of our tables at Comic-Con at a party. He came out of the bathroom with David Arquette, and David Arquette went off that way. Pee Wee came to us, sat down right at the end of our table, and we were sitting there just like, and he never acknowledged us. He just sat there. So we started talking to each other just like normal, and finally he just kind of realizes I don't know any of you people, stands up, walks off, never a word. So but I've sat beside people before.
Wow, that's weird. Wow, that is so bizarre.
San Diego is so weird.
Yeah.
To a guy like me, small town.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of realizing now, I'm asking about the celebrity stuff. Like, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, so there's like, some of these people live out here. Like, they,
oh no.
My wife almost ran over Natalie Portman. Like, I'm like, and I'm like, I believe this, but like, I almost can't believe you, but she's like, no, I didn't think it was her at first until she actually like stopped and looked at me, and I was like, I was like, oh my god, it's Natalie Portman. I almost like drove into Natalie Portman, and she was going across the street. Alicia Silverstone literally ran into my brother. She was running away from paparazzi, and he was just going for a walk, and she was running her. He said that there was a guy with her that was holding her arm as they're running, and she just ran right into him and knocked him, and she yelled sorry as they kept on running, and then all the paparazzi came after. I was like, holy shit, like, I can't believe that, but like, I actually like really do believe that. That's crazy. Or Val Kilmer tried to get into my friend's car. I guess like he thought it was supposed to be the car he needed to get into, and he was dressed up as a bum for a movie, and he was trying to get into the car, and they thought he was a street bum and everything, until he stopped and then got into a limousine and then drove off. It's like, what?
That's good acting right there.
Yeah. Talk about method acting, but
no, that doesn't happen around here, which I'm okay with. I like going to the craziness, but then coming back to the just where nothing happens.
Yeah, that's gotta be nice. Get away. I'm
okay,
kind of like that. All right, yeah. We've got 4 minutes left here.
Skip that. Go to your favorite Black Series.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing it.
Okay.
Remnant Stormtrooper. I love this thing. I love this thing.
The new Stormtrooper is on my list too.
I love this. I already loved the old Stormtrooper. Like, I have a ton of those. I don't army build on that level. And thanks again, Chew, for the help. I still love them. Never gonna get rid of them, okay? Well, I mean, if shit gets real, I'll get rid of them, okay? But, like, I would hang on to them as long as possible. I was skeptical about this. Blew my mind. I choose the Remnant over the regular Stormtrooper because I love the paint detail. The execution of this thing, I love this figure. I really, really like it a lot. I love this thing.
The new Stormtrooper in general, I know people. Well, I don't know. I think people's big sticking point is moving to the single knees.
Oh yeah, and I love double joints and everything. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that, but I'm still so happy.
But other than that, it looks so much better.
Yeah,
it feels better.
The proportions are great. I thought I would not. I thought the head looked too small for me at first, but no, dude. I really. Oh man, yeah.
The only reason I'd pick the clean Stormtrooper over the Remnant is because if you get 2 or 3 of those, they all look the same. They have the same dirt on them.
Yeah,
that's my only problem with those.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I love the new Stormtrooper, and like I said, it was first on my list. New Stormtrooper.
Oh, hey, we got the same. That was my first on my list. How cool is
what that means? Since we got a match,
yeah,
Star Wars wins.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Change the rules at the last.
Damn you, Robo.
That's right.
Damn you, Robo.
Okay, what do I have on mine? Oh, I have to go with Beskar Mando.
Oh, yeah, I love that figure.
It's solid. It's not as mobile as the SH Figure Arts, but it just has presence.
I want to say.
Oh, well, okay. The cape is kind of a negative.
And that's where I was. God damn.
I saw your face.
You read my mind. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was honestly a little bit weird. That was a little bit weird. Cause
I saw you go into deep thought, and you were about to go, but. And then I knew exactly where you're going.
Daredevil 19, he's mostly to blame for that, too. Because it's just. It takes that figure up to another level, having him have that bendy wire cape and the soft goods and everything. Oh,
it frees everything up.
Yeah. So the Beskar armor is dope, but that cape does bother the hell out of me. That definitely needed to be replaced.
You can't do anything with it. You can't put it in the.
It's a nuisance the way
position.
It hangs back there. And if you want the jetpack on, it's got to get kind of like shift around it, and it's just really awkward. And but
turn it into a bib.
You can. It's a very long bib, but yeah, it'll work. But the way it hangs, it does have that that droopiness to it. Man, that's such a good pick. I want to give my number 2 to Count Dooku right over here.
Oh. Good pick.
I love this figure so much, and I don't even like Count Dooku that much. I love this figure more than I love Count Dooku. Because
does the figure make you like Count Dooku more? Or is it still kind of like, I'm not going to go back and watch him in the movies, but I like this figure?
I mean, I never had a problem with Count Dooku. It's just I hated that he was like used as a tool. So I actually I feel like I like Clone Wars Count Dooku maybe a little bit more.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But
yeah.
but God, every time I look at this figure, it sticks out to me, and I'm just so happy with it. Like I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that bums me out about it. Like it's just. I love this figure. I really like it a lot.
And the insanity of before that, most of the SH figure arts that came out, it was like, okay, that's going to be a replacement for the Black Series on my shelf. It just looks better, feels better, moves better. And when it came to Count Dooku, they put out theirs, and it was like, oh, well, shit. And then Black Series said, no.
Yeah.
It seems like since then, they've been kind of neck and neck.
Yeah. Okay. See, and my interest in SH figure arts Black Series or SH figure arts Star Wars is kind of tapered off almost to that.
Especially with as good as Black Series has been.
Yeah, there's no need, there's not as much of a need for, God, the head sculpt is just in the paint. God, I just, and I love how the cape just sits on it, just perfect weight of a cape. It drapes right here. Yeah,
even that's better than the figure arts. Figure arts was like a flat plane sticking out behind it.
I hate it when they do that. Yeah, no. Oh, they nailed in this effect right over here is just gorgeous.
You moving it around like that looks like a.
Yeah, I know. I can't help it. Like I'm actually like, I can't help but like just want to play with it. I love this figure. All right, let's get with your next one.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go into the next because I have, well, who do I want to pick out of those? Tebow.
Oh, great figure! Great figure! Yeah. I love my Tebow figure.
It kind of goes into the, it's a half-size figure for the full-size price. But, man, the first Ewok, the possibilities, how well it moves for a little squat character, it's just cool.
I was impressed with how much articulation it had. I feel like that really caught me off guard. Because I was like, okay, cool, I can get my Ewok thing going. Even though I missed out on the SDCC. Was it Wicket that was part of the SDCC?
No, Paplu.
Oh, Paplu, okay. All right, yeah, Wicket's going to get his own, right? Yeah. They're not going to do that to
And he's going to be even smaller.
Yeah. Oh, God, maybe $20. Can you just, put a couple of them together? Power of the Force did that. Through Tebow, I think it was Tebow and Wicket were in one box, maybe. I think.
I think Wicket did come with somebody.
Yeah, but there was two for sure. Damn, that's such a good pick.
And I wasn't even. Well, I went to my shelves before walking in here, and I just kind of looked around, and there is a lot.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, I'll make a list of 20. Is that where we're going? But Tebow was. Yeah. Tebow stuck out at me.
Now, and I want viewers to know that again, these lists are very last minute. So if we had weeks to figure this out, it would be a different list, I'm sure. Maybe. I don't know, that Remnant Stormtrooper, I think I would stick with that. But he
hit me up. He said, "Hey, let's do a list of some kind." And I had my daughter's car hood up and changing out windshield wipers as I was like, oh okay. And that was just 4 hours ago. Wow. 5 hours ago.
Why do you have the hood up while you're changing windshield wipers?
Well, I got to pull the shroud and get under there, pull the not windshield wipers, the motor underneath.
Oh, the motor for the wipers.
I had to pull the whole assembly.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing the whole assembly because I was like, oh, damn.
They weren't going at all.
Oh, gotcha. Because I was like, okay, because when you told me that, I was like, that's not an all-day job.
No, and even changing the motor wasn't an all-day job, or while rebuilding the assembly. That only took an hour and a half, but...
Okay. Yeah. Changing windshield wipers is 3 minutes.
And it took that long because when I put it back on, I didn't have it in the right position, and the windshield, they went down.
Oh,
I was like, shit, gotta reverse everything.
Oh, God. Yeah, I hate it.
But so this is just very quick lists.
Yeah, very very quick lists. So and was there anything else you wanted to say on Tebow? Oh,
right here, somebody just said Magname said, a little surprised neither of you guys mentioned Cad Bane. Whenever I said Tebow, my three choices between to throw another one out was Tebow, Zeb, and Cad Bane.
Cad Bane's that blue cowboy guy from Clone Wars, right? The mercenary.
And he's lower on the list because I'm not as familiar with him. I've only seen scenes. I need to watch Clone Wars someday. But you give me an alien cowboy,
Yeah.
and I'm there.
That figure's not on my list because he's part of a group of figures that I've been meaning to review for ages, and I guess it's not going to happen. But like I'll kind of do what you do with the Marvel Legends. I'll do a bunch at once.
Yeah,
And it may not even be the
wave.
same wave. Yeah, but sometimes it's not the same wave even. But like with Cad Bane, Tebow, and the Jedi trio, and a bunch of others I'd been meaning to review all together. But the Cad Bane I really like a lot. Put off to the side and say, okay, you look badass, but I'm not going to mess with you until it's photo time because I'm going to have a lot of fun with you. And it's just been sitting there. I always look at that figure like, oh, you're not getting played with. It's such a shame. Yeah, that's definitely a great figure though. I really like that one a lot.
That's one of those figures was like, oh, pushes me even further. Pushes me even further. I looked at my Star Wars stack and Cobra Commander standing on top of it. I was like, oh,
what? Wow, that's
pushes me further into needing to watch Clone Wars. Just
oh yeah, I'm only on halfway through season 2, and yeah, I recommend it. It's been fun. Even though there's some episodes, there are some nods that I feel like are too upfront.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I've already feel accustomed and spoiled to the way we get our original trilogy nods now. Like the way Favreau and team have handled that now is like, you guys are. He is a chef, like, and he's also a incredible filmmaker and entertainer. So it's like, you know, some of those Clone Wars things. It's like, you know, they'll have something like a stormtrooper, like, oh, move along, like, I get it, stormtroopers. Yeah. That's what they all say. Stuff like that. You'll see some of that. The last one I wanted to bring up really quick, and this is one that actually been wanting for a long time, picked it up recently, and that is the Muddy Han Solo figure. Mud Trooper Solo, I think. I can't remember the name of the planet that he was on. But this is one that I picked up late in the game, and I really like this a lot. I like the Han Solo movie out of all the...
me too.
Oh, cool. Nice. But yeah, having the interchangeable parts, the mask, the helmet, and the apparatus right over here, and I don't know. I love the paint detail. I'm a sucker for silver dry brushing and paint details, so
much going on with that figure.
Yeah,
you can pull the goggles up, mask down, everything around.
Yeah. Ooh.
You can get another one, strip all that off, pull the head, put a Din Djarin head on it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's the tank trooper.
Yeah. It is the same thing, huh? This is so there's another one. God dang it. There's a Star Wars Black Series figure that I did not mention that I absolutely love that I did not mention, and I think it's going to be on your list, so let's see. I'm curious. I don't want to say it. I just want to see if you say it.
Well, I already blew my fifth one with Zeb.
Oh, so, that's right. Oh, yeah. Zeb's a great figure too. Okay. Yeah,
just how awkward. Well, not I say awkward as in it's not what you're used to when it comes to the Black Series.
Gotcha.
It's very alien-like.
Right.
But very good.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying Zeb. So okay, so you got your 5, right? Because
yeah.
Okay.
So, and you're about to say one, and I'm going to go, oh, why didn't I think of that one?
Hoth Rebel Trooper. I love that figure. Yeah. The Hoth Rebel Trooper is so dope. I love that figure so much. The whole compartment thing with the face. The options are just, like, I think I saw somebody do, like, a post on Instagram or something of all the different variations that...
Goggles, no goggles, goggles up, goggles down, mask, no mask, flipped over... Face.
Yes, yeah. I love that shit. Like that figure. And Battle of Hoth is one of my favorite all-time Star Wars scenes. So yeah, that figure really.
I forgot about that figure. In fact, I think it's in. I can't remember if it's on the shelf or in there. But I'm also wanting a version like the vintage with the brown, even though it's not accurate to the movie.
The shocker, the quilty pattern.
Yeah, like we got with Greedo and the new Ben Kenobi and Zuckuss and Forlom. I want a vintage version of the Hoth Trooper.
Gotcha. That would be like the third, or well, no. would be a new figure, right?
They could probably do it with that and just paint the brown.
Oh, okay.
Just to have that vest look.
Gotcha. All right.
Because I think that original figure was a jacket, but they painted it brown for some reason.
Oh, I see.
Which works. Hey.
yeah. Shouldn't be bad. All right, sweet. So, hey, good list, man. You know, I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time, man. Especially in the whole debacle with the with the freaking Zoom and everything, man. So we'll discuss more about I'm gonna take some notes down from you about different live streaming tips.
Yep, some technology.
Yeah, some technology
that I find very easy.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, the OBS has been a lot of BS, and I should have hit up Anthony's Customs. He actually offered to help and stuff, and I did not do that. I don't know if I mentioned that. I did mention that earlier, but anyway, thank you so much for joining me today on this live stream, Robo. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
I used to find these things. I used to get very nervous when it comes to live streams. Before last year, you know, but the more, I don't know, this is definitely not in person. It's not like hanging out at outside of the Jazzwares booth or at Comic-Con or other cons, but this is close.
Yeah, I feel like it's the closest, and I was actually hoping to shoot for us to do this a little bit earlier in the month. I wanted to do it closer to when Toy Fair would be. But I had a friend that passed away just a little over a week ago, and that just kind of messed me up the whole week. And I was like, you know what, like I'm barely if we could do another week, that'd be cool. And,
no, that's understandable.
And you're graceful enough to pull through it, even though you had to work on the motor for the windshield.
Work on the dang car, but I got it fixed before coming on here. So
awesome, excellent. Oh, I'm glad that worked out. And if you weren't able to do it for the safety of your daughter, well, then you're just too selfish, man. Like, God, what's wrong with you? No, if you were stuck working on that thing, I would have been fine. Like,
no,
I wouldn't have tripped at all whatsoever, dude. I have my kids too. That's priority number uno, big time number one. So, if you were,
or
you had to postpone,
I may have just left it broke so she couldn't drive away, because I'm still getting used to the whole thing of her buying a car and being gone and I'm leaving. Wait, what?
Yeah,
where are you going?
Now you can't leave. I got a live stream I have to go to, and then I'll fix that. And then you can leave. So
I got stuff to do. You have to stay here. No, what she would do is like, can I borrow your keys?
That's how that's gonna.
Let me fix your car real quick.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, Russ. I got you. Okay. Yeah, I am taking notes for parents that have kids much older than mine. I listen to what everybody says. I know nothing on this world. I'm just learning a little bit more. Because man, parenthood is a ride. It's definitely a ride. Look at my face, man. Look how terrible I look. Look at these
so much
kids
older.
are doing to me.
It's so much older than you used to.
Yeah, just like in the last year, I've aged looks like I've aged 5 more. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I had a great time today. Thanks. Oh yeah, one more thing.
One thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I keep seeing it in the chat.
Okay. And I'm sorry.
Ultimate! I had to do it. I think I saw a super chat for I love you, Daddy Robo. So thirsty for chicken.
I love you, Daddy Robo. Did I miss any other things here? No, I did not. Okay, cool. All right.
See, now I win. Ha!
All right.
I brought them to my side.
I would say I would like a rematch at some point in the future if you're up for it.
I'm always down.
All right. Maybe we can get a rematch, but I like the rules that you came up with, and I will concede and say that the day has been won by Star Wars Black Series figures. Robo, you won today.
That's right. Play me out.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
That's awesome. I'll have to learn how to play that someday.
Yeah, it's just 3 cards. It's just a here, and and then we'll goes up half.
Oh, there's another super chat.
Hey,
Nick Cage. Hey, Robo and Shartimus, I would love it if both of you come to Kansas City someday. I've actually been to
which one?
Which one? Kansas City. What is the Kansas City Comic-Con? It's
That's in Missouri, probably, right?
Yeah, Missouri. It's
I would love to go to Missouri
because it's been several years since I've been to the Kansas City Con.
Oh man, I love going to conventions, so I would love to make it out there. Let them know that. Hey, tell them they got to get a table set up for Robo and ShartimusPrime, and then we could do a whole meetup thing. You know.
And Kansas City has a lot of vintage stocks, which is like like mini Hastings type stores.
Okay. So I might find some
Hastings.
Rock Lords. Is that like the kind of like almost like thrift type of stuff that ends up like
some new stuff, some old stuff,
okay,
loose stuff, box stuff, records, video games. There's Dorkside Toys with $20.
Hey,
how's it going?
Dorkside Toys, thank you so much. Awesome. Right on, man. Hey, thanks you guys. A lot of the Star Wars figures that we talked about today were brought to you by Dorkside Toys.
I'm pretty sure I got most of the Legends
and Marvel Legends as well.
Uh-huh.
Thank you guys so much. Is there anything you want to promote before we bounce out? Anything you wanted to plug? Anything coming to the channel? Anything that
channel stand? I'm trying to keep that schedule as intact as possible. So that's why I've moved all my live streams over to Twitch. So if you're looking for live stream, if you're looking for me to live stream, it's over at Twitch TV/the Fwoosh.
Oh, okay. What days of the week?
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Mondays and Wednesdays. All right, cool. Robo's live stream on Twitch .tv/the Fwoosh, right?
Yeah.
And then, all right, yeah. So, and he's got his reviews up on. Wait, don't tell me, because I know. All right.
Yeah.
But the action figure reviews go up on Tuesday, Thursday, and then your weekly's on Saturday.
Yep. That's on YouTube.
I think those are so. If you want to check out his reviews and his weeklies, which I'm pretty sure everybody here watches consistently, you kind of can't miss those.
It's my favorite video to make.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, it's the one I get to let loose on.
Yeah, they're fun as hell to watch, man. I love putting them on while I'm especially working. I was actually watching while I was working on my my Tri-Sentinel or Data Sentinel review earlier today. It's the good stuff. So yeah, never stop doing those.
So much editing.
Oh, I bet they're
which
fun.
I really like, but yeah. Well, when it comes to that,
they're equally easy. They're equally as easy to make as they are to watch. Just remember that.
Right.
As easy as it is for you to watch it, it's as easy for him to make it.
10-15 minutes done.
Yeah, exactly. So, thanks again for making it, Robo. Really, really appreciate it. It's great chatting.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
And again, haven't seen you in a while, so this is cool.
Yeah, definitely want to do something like this again, and can't wait till things go back to normal, or we could all hang out and be in the same place, and I miss people, man. So it's been getting to me. I'm not gonna lie, it's been getting to me. I'm a social creature. Anybody out there that's seen me in person, I'm hella down to hang out and chat with people and everything. So being torn away from people, it hurts me in the soul, man. I miss people.
I heard Salt Lake's still planning for August, so.
Oh, okay. Well, if I get vaccinated, I'm able to work it out,
Yeah.
If I'm vaccinated.
We'll see when it actually comes around.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my vaccine soon because I'm an educator from working at Guitar Center teaching music, so I'm trying to use that as my way to get, and I miss teaching so bad. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to that. But anyway, thanks again, and thanks to everybody for watching. Stay tuned for my channel. I'll put a link in the description below just in case you forgot where Robo's channel is. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later in about 30 seconds because I have to figure out how to close this down without hanging up on Robo.
Here comes the awkward silence.
The awkward moment.
This button.
Yeah, we're not even going to pretend like that's not going to happen. Yeah. It's totally... there you go. You're in the multiverse. Hold on.
I'll say my goodbyes and and later Toy Chase and Dorkside and everybody else.
Thanks all of you guys. All right.
Plunderlings.
Oh yeah, Plunderlings. Thank you guys so much. All right, you guys. I think I found the button. Catch you wait, that's the Zoom meeting. Shit.